let's do a cheers to the Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer for the podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Hey, 6 o'clockers, check and get gotched.
Shotgun dead and I come on moaning.
Hey, 6 o'clockers, check and get gotched.
Don't stop cooking as I feel alright now.
Hey, 6 o'clockers, check and get gotched.
Don't stop now, come on moaning, come on, yeah, I say yeah, 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 God, you make me feel so good, so good, when I feel alright, you're so fine, you're so fine, and I feel alright, I say yeah.
What? No way.
Like, oh, data muncher? Num, 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 num. That's great.
A blank canvas from head to toe. YouTube trend has a deep desire, though. For the last 10 years, all he can think, it's time to cover his body in colorful ink. Tattoo desire, nothing but a yearning fire. He likes to think about that ink, ink, ink.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Breaking a bed, making hacky sacks. Trev won't let us stop. Grandma in the sweatshop, sweating through a shirt. She finally just had to blur. My fingers hurt. 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 Get back to work. What a jerk. My fingers hurt.
At Glue Guys Place having some beers. Laughing so hard you just are in tears. Sunday afternoon, what should you do? Hop in the hot tub for some peekaboo. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo, where are you now? Hot tub peekaboo, better not drown. Family's coming home just 10 minutes to play. Drinks, beers, and a hot tub. Trev's favorite day. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo.
6:09 on a Friday morning. What's up? What's up, everybody? I know the Oilers sucked last night, but we're still going to have a banger of a Friday show, aren't we, boys?
This has happened before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're totally used to this.
We've come in on a Friday after a walloping before.
Yeah, this is no big deal. I think we got this. We got this in the bag, as they say.
But is there a trend developing?
Interesting. Interesting that you point that out.
don't
Is there? Jake's Potato texts in, says, Dusty, you need to add My First Watch to this album. That could be the song next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My First Watch. Stories about Trev's life via song. Maybe that's the case.
Choosing laundry in the draft.
And laundry's a great value pick.
No, but
Yeah, but you can throw it in there
great
as well.
song.
Yeah. I mean, that also could really be a great song. You can text us anytime. That gets you the old PJ's inbox. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't blow it, guys or girls. Just don't blow it. Not on Valentine's Day. West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, or online at parisjewelers.com. They are Canadian. They are family owned. One of your text messages will end up winning the Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Vincenzo is already in this morning in the PJ's inbox with a Royal Pizza text.
Royal Pizza.
The Oilers forgot how to skate.
yeah,
They did.
Very
didn't they?
fitting.
What happened to this team?
6:01. Can he go the distance?
Now I'm like, bring Henrique back.
Ooh. Regular would
I'm
never.
not there yet. But still, that was a piss poor effort, man. Massive wasted opportunity. We sat here and go, they're waiting for that January schedule. Oh, they're going to get all these teams back to back. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't show up. So we'll get to that as we work.
Pittsburgh do have more points than the Oilers this season. I mean,
Are you saying the Penguins are actually a better hockey team?
with a few games in hand to boot? I mean,
Tough look. If you want to chime in on it, 780-218-9999. Nielson Show brought to you by Whis Johnson.
Whis Johnson, whoa.
Yes, Whis Johnson. Get a new drain furnace now. Get 15% off any additional mechanical systems that are done at the same time. You're saying, what's the additional mechanical system, Dusty? An air conditioner, a heat pump, a hot water tank, or a heater for your garage.
I was going to ask.
How about the garage one?
Just before you.
I knew you were. And that's why I got ahead of it. So what do they say? Great minds.
Ask the same questions.
Yeah, 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Hello. Imagine if you're a person who's like, I really don't purchase anything unless there's no interest for 24 months. And then you hear this, you're like, wow, I'm gonna buy this now. That's an interesting way to live your life.
Trev could knock it up to 48 probably.
You think so? With his negotiating skills. That's
24 is great and all, but
that's another song.
Listen,
The negotiator.
Yeah.
The negotiator.
The negotiator.
The negotiator. Whis-Johnson.com.
There's a video short idea there. You
Book an estimate.
cook up a script.
Book an estimate today.
I like it.
All right, we'll get to a few of your text messages. Oh, Hampton Steve with a good one. If the Oilers worked half as hard as Trev's grandma did making hacky sacks, then games like last night wouldn't happen.
Grandma's going to like that one.
Yeah, you think she'll like that?
Yeah. She's been loving it. She watches.
Does she?
Yeah.
What's up, Grandma?
Yeah, what's up, Grandma? How you
What's
doing?
up, Grandma?
G-Ma?
I'm telling her, I'm like, you got to post in the nasty chat. She's like,
Oh my God! Could you imagine that?
I'm too nervous, she says.
Yeah. That account's going to pop up from the same people that brought us Kasperi Kapanen and Matt Kachuk.
Yeah.
Trev's
Trev's
Count it
grandma
down. 1
every
minute,
morning.
I guarantee you that account pops up.
My fingers.
Yeah.
That's actually so good.
By the way, it wasn't Happy Gilmore's grandma who said my fingers hurt. It was that older lady in there.
Lady in the thing.
But the actress who played Happy Gilmore's grandma, she was also the rye bread lady in Seinfeld.
The marble rye.
Give me that rye, you old bag. It would have been her birthday today. Bones Texas at me. She was born in 1919. Yeah, pretty good. A conch for Happy Gilmore's grandmother on her birthday.
And I do like Bones here suggesting it was Nuge's party. The 1000th game, like they're never going to recover from that.
Yeah.
That's the new high ankle sprain. Like the
whole team was just straight up. We got to work.
Hell of a hangover.
Yeah, we got to work really hard up to Nuge's party, and then after that, we just mail it in. Bones says either Nuge's party was truly epic, or Frederick's high ankle sprain is contagious.
Imagine that.
They're all catching high ankle sprain.
Yeah, you have to wear a boot.
They can't aggressively turn to their right. All right, 780-218-9999.
Well, speaking of which, you have some tape I think you're going to go over this morning.
Yeah, we're going to
a very special.
We're going to go to the big board today and break down that first goal just with one still image.
Old Hickory.
That will show you exactly why Evan Bouchard will never be on an Olympic team. But we'll get to that as we work our way through the show today. Let's lay this thing out for you today. We'll get your morning announcements locked in here. Prolux Lighting morning after show is on the way as well. We're going to crack some packs for Wayne's sports cards. 7 o'clock hour will be brought to you by GameSense. Chris Johnston will join us. He's our first guest of the day on the Firehouse Subs hotline. He'll be our GS Construction Hockey Insider. Play Alberta. Early bird bet of the day. We'll dive into the National Football League again, boys. Get something set up for AFC and NFC Championship weekend. That's a good for Italian Center. Mike Garafolo, our NFL insider for Mobile One, he's going to be by. We'll get to a Minter taking over the Ravens, and then obviously a couple of big games this weekend. GD Liquidators, auctions,
Minter.
and appraisals.
I thought it was Pinter. I saw
it could be.
That's his face on there, like that welcoming graphic that they used.
Pinter there
in his Lakers gear.
GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals presents the 8 o'clock hour of the show. Well, kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. Marmot Basin Snow Report. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. We're going to have Tyson Barry on today, actually. Tyson Barry launched a beer called Chili Ones, and 3%. And then there's the 0.3%, which is sort of like the non-alcoholic version. I think we tried both today.
When you brought it up, I thought it was going to be like a spicy beer.
Yeah, you know what? When I first saw the email on it,
we've tried some really far out there beers, and I was like, oh, he's making a little bit of spice. Eh?
Yeah, I saw instead. I guess it means cold ones.
Yeah, are there beans in it? Yeah,
probably not. And can you only have it on Grey Cup weekend? Anyway, Barry's going to join us, scheduled to join us around 8:40, 8:45 today. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely ignore everything and just talk to him about the Oilers. That's it.
Yeah, while sipping that beautiful product.
Well, he's in the media now and stuff, so he's got a lot on the go.
And
So
I mean,
look
I
forward
don't know
to
if you
catching up
had
with him.
time, but we did have a tune for him.
Oh, yeah, we did have the Tyson Barry. Do I have that? I just had to rework all these songs.
I know we have like a deep...
where is that Tyson Barry
We have to bring
song?
him in. That has to be his intro. Or his,
It'd be fitting.
his theme.
Yeah.
Boys,
Please.
I don't see it.
I know.
Please.
How do I not have that
It'd
still?
be very nice of us to do.
You know what? I'll try to...
just play the Darnell there song.
I gotta have it somewhere. Hey, give me a second here. What's going on?
It's the one that we don't. Whenever you go back into the catalog, we played some ones we don't play
I know.
anymore.
I thought I had it somewhere. Weird. Oh,
Nielson Show AM Nasty.
Banger.
Who's that Barry guy? Super smooth skater, got focus in his eyes. Moves so good, makes a grown man cry. That Barry guy. Well, scoring from the blue line,
scoring from the slot, scoring when he wants, cause he's got a wicked shot. Dangle to the left and dangle to the right. If you try to stop him, it'll be a long night, yeah. Scoring on a power play, scoring 1 or 2. Leafs didn't like him cause they don't have a clue. Scoring in overtime cause he wants to win. The team needed a D-man, so Holland brought him in. Who's that Barry guy? Super smooth skater, got focus in his eyes. Moves so good, makes a grown man cry.
That Barry guy. There you go, Trev. Have you even heard that before?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Please, can we actually play that?
Oh yeah, we can play it when we bring him in. Sure. Yeah,
I want to
that's
see his
fine.
face so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, that'll be.
He will laugh. He will be like, that's tremendous.
Yeah, or he'll be totally creeped out.
No, he's gonna love it.
One way or the other.
Yeah, just stone face.
Yeah, one way or the other. Yeah, just doesn't even
out.
realize. Yeah, disconnects. He connects, and we're crushing chili ones and listen to it, and he's just like, no. Like,
Not today.
I'll be honest. I'd respect the move. I would respect the move, man. It's like when Matt Damon went to go see About a Girl. You're just like, oh, good, he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
If Tyson Barry joins, he'll be like, I'm
Throw up your
disappointed you're
hands
still
and
here, man. Yeah. So yeah, that's coming up with Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Marvin Basis will report in the wrap for William Huff. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, tell your friends about the Nielson Show being back on the radio dial. We think they'll really like the show, so that's good news. 6 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Yes, Ewell, your power play specialist in honor of Tyson Barry. Okay? So Barry played 61 games on the best power play the league's ever seen. And then he was moved, and they elevated Bush up there. This year's power play is going to try to take a run at it. Mm-hmm. But we'll get into some power play stuff with Barry when he does join us anyway. Let's see here. Ewell, your power play specialist. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project. With 3 Edmonton area locations, you can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Let's get to a few of your Vance Van Vandervan text and says, can you ask Tyson Barry how his Evan Bouchard hate shrine is going?
A little voodoo doll.
Trev15 says, oh boy, Trev15 coming in hot today. Morning, boys. I don't go to many games anymore, but my love for Crosby gets me out every year versus the Penguins. My wife and I decided last night may just be our last one. Not because the Oilers suck at hockey right now. It's because the crowd sucks. No energy, no cheering, people on their phones. It's just boring. Have a great day, Nasties. Trev15.
Do you think that when you show up, you're required to put your phone in one of those bags that they do for the comedy shows? Hey, nobody gets to have their phone there, and you just live in the moment.
That would be interesting.
It's a playoff. Waiting for the playoffs.
We're a playoff city.
It's a playoff crowd. It's a playoff building. It's a playoff everything.
Playoff city.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Tube Socks says his son Jackson, who's like a high-end bartender, says he was at Nuge's party, working it apparently. Says they definitely did have a pretty good time.
Pretty good time.
I gotta respect a 4-day hangover. Like if that is what it is, nice job.
You might as well.
Nice job.
It's quite a milestone.
Was it better than Boston Pizza Lounge on Saturday night? Probably not. Did they have Tony coming around and giving you free shots? Probably not. But if that's why they haven't shown up to work the last 2 games, who knows?
We've done a week of work here.
Yeah, exactly. We're still cruising along.
I know it's
We're
a different
smack
type
dab in the middle of a Friday show.
Yeah. Concho for Tube Socks and Big Uke as well.
Yeah,
if we
they
may. I
launched
know
the
a
podcast
few people
last
have,
night. If you are watching on YouTube this morning, hammer the thumbs up for us. It's a Friday show. We're going to have a good time. Let's blow through 300 today. We're at 49 right now. Hammer the thumbs up. We should be at 100 within 20 minutes, which will be nice. We're going to get into that game. We've got the Prolux Lighting morning after show coming up, and then we're cracking some packs for Wayne Sports Cards as well. But your morning announcements today, shall we dive into these today? Huh? All right. So last night, so Glue Guy wasn't on Reed's show last night because we had a sponsorship event that we went to.
What was the dress?
A few interesting notes. It was business casual.
So you had.
I went same pants I'm wearing right now.
Good.
I went EST black golf shirt.
Get that out there.
And my classic suit jacket with a little bit of a hood. The hoodie suit jacket. And I know when I got home, Tammy said, "Hey, you look nice."
Good.
I said, "Thanks."
That's what you want. Yeah. Not
Thanks,
too.
man.
Not too.
Yeah,
high,
and I
not
didn't
too
have a hat on. Glue Guy's like, "I don't think I've
top
seen you
hat.
without a hat."
Okay.
I got my hair did. I had booked an appointment and everything. I went to say, "You're going to need to do it up really nice."
Not since Ruth's
Patty McPhee's holding an event
Steakhouse
tonight.
that you had.
Yeah,
to.
the last time I took my hat off in public. Anyway, it was a good time. We were at the Shamrock, which is where the Fun Spiel will be next week. So it was a nice little preview of that. Few things I want to shout out. The Drift Food Truck, who handles all the catering there. These chicken bites that they had last night. If you were going to be a part of our Fun Spiel, I'm hoping they're on the menu because they were so good that that we're leaving and we're chatting with the guy who's running the Shamrock there. Jay and I, we were there. I don't know. There might have been like 25 people left at this event by the time we left. We were having a good time. And we're leaving, and they had a bunch of those chicken bites still sitting there. And I said, I'm just going to grab one or two here for the road.
Sure.
Yeah. But then they had to-go trays there.
Okay.
And he was like, why don't you load up one of those? And I said, I don't know about that. He goes, go ahead. So Jay and I both just crushed a bunch of these chicken bites.
So the ones you had in your pockets, you're like, I'll put them in the, okay.
I jokingly picked up the bowl and pretended to pour it in like, But I was kind of low-key like, I wonder if he'll stop me from pouring this whole bowl of these chicken bites in.
Yeah, make him stop.
Yeah,
you.
they were good. A couple other notes. Jordan Baker of the Stingers was undoubtedly the best dressed at the event.
Mm-hmm.
Baker was wearing like a nice suit, a tie, had beautiful shoes on. Like he looked like he was in the wrong place, to be honest with you. He was by far. He made me feel like I was dressed as a hobo. I was like, man, look at this guy. So shout out to a conch for Baker, best dressed at this event last night for sure. And then in the ultimate plot twist, you know who else was there last night? A couple of guys that we talked about a little bit on the station this week. And I'm surprised. I guess
I'm surprised the third wasn't there.
Yeah. I wonder if Hernan knows these guys were there last night because they're inseparable. But Dahmer and EJ, the very two guys who stopped Hernan from coming to join us on Saturday night at BP's, were at this event. And I sit down with Dahmer. I said, hey. So I heard you're the reason that Hernan didn't want to come out last night or on Saturday. And Dahmer looks at me and goes, oh, I was ready to go.
Oh,
I said, what? I said, pardon?
No, no.
And he points to EJ. He goes, EJ didn't want to leave downtown, like the White Ave area.
That's what it was. Because Dahmer exited early that night.
And Dahmer did leave a little bit early.
Hernan went, they kicked up their heels. And
so now it's a who says what thing. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe anymore. So that was tough. Blue text in and says, hey, Dusty, the hoodie on that suit jacket could have held a lot of those chicken bites quietly.
That's a play.
Yeah, I could have told Glue Guy, I said, hey, I'm going to turn around and talk to somebody here at the table. As I'm talking to them, I want you to put a bunch of chicken bites in the hood of my suit jacket.
It down.
Yeah, I'm walking out of there like this, like, thanks for the event. I know it was a fun time. It was a pretty fun time. Klima's Lid is in and says, back to Trev. So Klima's Lids.
Yeah.
Responding to Trev 15.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a little brouhaha going here. Right? To Trev 15, you can't blame the fans last night as the game was basically over in the first 4 minutes. First game I've ever audibly yawned at. St. Louis on Sunday night had an amazing atmosphere.
I do, though, I'll say this.
Fair point. But
I don't want to get into this battle here, but when you do go down early, you know, you've still got a lot of game to go. And as a fan, as a supporter, you don't just get like you try to will your team
behind
back
them.
into
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I mean, that's when they need you the most, ideally.
As a fan.
Yeah, that's you, Trev. You're our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of side with Trev 15. Like, honestly, I think the Oilers fans really show up in the playoffs, and they're probably the best fan base in the playoffs. But regular season, you can hear a pin drop, and it sucks. Like, I remember my first game Man, I was in
You
grade
thought it was
12.
just going to be the rowdiest thing of
And I
all
was
time?
like,
Like,
I've seen videos. I cannot wait. And it was at Rexall. I drove 6 hours to go to this game, and people were like asking me to sit down and not being like, they were like, stop yelling and be quiet, please.
Stop yelling.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, oh, but I had a talking to from several fans like, man, like, is this your first game? I'm like, first game in a few years. Yes. Like, and so I don't know. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
there you go. What say you, everybody? 780-2189. Look, I'll say it. Surprised I didn't mention it on the broadcast last night. If you're going to fall down 3-0, you probably want to fall down 3-0 3 minutes in, because then you got so much time to
Ideally,
come
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Like, that's the ideal time to fall down 3-0.
And this team
Yeah.
has shown in the past that really
crank it up a notch.
no lead is safe. In
Not
this sense.
not the case. Not the case last night. So we're going to get into that as we work our way through the show. Do you guys think Reed and Jay, one of them, vacuumed last night? Like the front, like at the top of the stairs.
I don't see any
There's
chicken crumbs.
there's
I know we
no
had
rocks at the top of the
Popeyes.
stairs. Usually there's some rocks at the top of the stairs.
But didn't Zach vacuum the day before the meeting?
No, I don't know. I don't want to give him
He
too
did.
much credit.
He did.
Okay, well maybe that's what it is then.
I still see some chicken.
Well, oh man,
yesterday.
a conch
Well,
to
okay, there you
Popeyes
go, yeah.
yesterday, hey boys, like. You know what was the best part about that Popeyes thing yesterday? So we had the Popeyes Pop-By, as we like to call it. Jared from Popeyes came in, and we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. Brought in a bunch of those 3-piece bone-in chickens.
Didn't last long.
No, we crushed through those. And then Tommy had asked him to bring in some chicken sandwiches for him. So he brings them in for Tommy. Tommy wasn't even in the office yesterday. Jared tells us, yeah, well, you guys might as well take down Tommy's sandwiches. So right after the show, Eric and I go over. There's like a bag in the fridge that says Tommy. We open it up. There's 2 classic chicken sandwiches in there. So we're sitting there eating them. Like I was almost done. And we get a text from Tommy that says, hey guys, feel free to dive into those chicken sandwiches.
Huh.
And I was like, too late, man. We already took it down.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you have not yet checked out Popeyes, man, it is absolutely delicious. And that 3-piece bone-in will fill you up.
Oh yeah,
Like that was
perfect.
that was really good. That was really good. All right, we got your Prolux Lighting morning after show coming up. We're going to dive into this game. We're going to take a look at that first goal last night because that was awful defensive coverage. We're going to dive into that a little bit. Crack Pack for Wayne Sports Cards on the way as well. Chris Johnston, Mike Garafolo, and Tyson Barry on the show today. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, feel free to tell your friends that we are back on the radio. We're going to give you a couple minutes of commercials and traffic with Pauline Higgins. Then you're right back with us. If you're online today, we've got a sports update for you coming your way, brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Paramount wants to give you more with free premium underlay included with any in-stock carpet purchase. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Here's the update.
The Oilers falling 6-2 to the Penguins last night down at Rogers Place. Pittsburgh would score 3 goals in 37 seconds to open the game. Matt Savoy, Jake Wallman scoring the lone Edmonton tallies. Tristan Jarry, 16 saves on 22 shots faced. The Oilers have now lost 4 of 6. They'll get set to host the Capitals tomorrow night. Washington tonight will be in Calgary to take on the Flames. Elsewhere last night, 3 goals in 54 seconds midway through the first saw Boston defeat Vegas 4-3. Cole Caulfield had a pair of goals, or 1 goal. He's scored now in 4 straight. Montreal, though, doubled up by the Sabres 4-2. Chicago over Carolina 4-3 in a shootout. Dallas shut out in Columbus 1-0 by the Blue Jackets. Stars have dropped 4 of 5. Steven Stamkos with the hat trick, leading Nashville over Ottawa 5-3. Winnipeg followed home to the Panthers 2-1 in a shootout. And Kirill Kaprizov, 2 goals, including the overtime winner, leading the Wild over Detroit. 8 games tonight, as mentioned. The Capitals are in Calgary. Also, Mitch Marner makes his return to Toronto when the Leafs host the Golden Knights. Kawhi Leonard, 24 points as the Clippers would knock off the Lakers 112-104. More on that coming up. Raptors are back on the court tonight. They'll visit Portland in one of 8 games in the NBA. Vicky Mboko continues her run at the Australian Open. She's now off to the fourth round following a 7-6, 5-7, 6-3 win over Denmark's Clara Tauson. Stiff test now, though, as Mboko will face top-ranked Arina Sabalenka tomorrow in fourth-round action. Scotty's Tournament of Hearts Draw 1 gets underway later tonight from Mississauga at 5 o'clock. Canada will take on Yukon in one of 4 games. Both Alberta rinks will take to the Pebble tomorrow for Draw 2 at noon. And the American Express from La Quinta Country Club in Coachella Valley, California, opening round action yesterday. Nick Taylor, the low Canadian, he finds himself in a tie for 20th at 7 under, heading into round 2 later on today. Sports Update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. This January, Paramount Flooring wants to give you more with free premium underlay included with any in-stock carpet purchase. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit us in-store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca.
It's almost time, the ice is calling, the crowd's alive, the pucks are falling, new faces skating on the line. Howard Savoy, will they bring fire, fuel our dreams, take us higher? Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way, defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do.
6:34. You're rolling with the AM Nasty on the FM dial. Thank you very much for being here today. Nielson Show brought to you by Whis Johnson. Whis Johnson. Whoa.
Reed Wilkins, whoa.
Cracks the packs coming up for Wayne Sports Cards. That's on the way. Let's dive into your Prolux Lighting morning after show, Sal. Shall we? The Edmonton Oilers. Not even close. Not even close last night. Let's dive into it here.
Being a fan of the Oilers today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to have your say? It's the morning after show where we will talk about the game and let you know who you should blame. You want a show where you will know if the problems are still the same. You want a show every morning after the game. You want a show so people know if the problems are still the same. You want a show every morning after the game.
If you're watching on YouTube, we're exactly at 67 likes right now. How many? Sorry, Charlie, I got to do it. I have to do it for the kids. 6, 7, 33 likes away from changing a
Gene even dropped one of those, I think, on the broadcast.
Because Gene's hip and cool.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's the
He knows
bottom line. Everybody knows that. All right, let's get into your Prolux Lighting morning after show. Simplifying lighting with service you can count on, covering all of Alberta. Visit Prolux.com today. We are talking commercial lighting. They've got it. Residential lighting, they've got it. Industrial lighting, they've got it. So shout out to Huey and Branko and the team out there. And they the Aussie on the staff, Jordan. They've got an Aussie guy on the staff.
Oh, I love it.
We just got to make the office a little bit more fun every day.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, good morning. How are things down under?
Yeah. Sculling some VBs on lunch break or something, eh?
Jordan, the crazy Aussie.
Yeah.
Only at Prolux today. All right, let's Let's go. Well, I mean, how do we even look into the big moment that happened when they allowed 3 goals in 37 seconds?
It's minute 3 of the opening period.
Like 3 goals in 37 seconds.
That second Mantha goal, I looked at my phone and then I'm like, is this a replay?
Yeah, thought it was.
He's celebrating again. I'm like, oh, they're just showing the goal. Wait, what? And then and then Crosby does it, and then you're like, okay, well,
what a tip by Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
Right? My goodness, that's filthy. That reeks of the old high tip that the Sedines used to run all the time. Except it was better.
Yeah.
Like Sidney Crosby, you are ridiculous. You really are. That was a beautiful tip. Beautiful tip. But
the Melkin goal too, kind of icing.
Can you say sealed it away?
Like, I mean, like
nail in the coffin.
The break, like
Yeah.
that was a.
But 3 goals in 37 seconds. That was the fastest in franchise history. They allowed 3 goals, right? I think it broke the previous record. That was just slightly more. So history last night. Like for those of you who went to the hockey game, you got to witness history last night.
Yeah.
The team that you're cheer for had never allowed 3 goals as quickly
and of
as
all
they
the
did last
rosters
night.
that this team is iced,
Yeah.
it's happening now.
Yeah, what are the odds that it happened with this group, eh?
Okay, we're getting
all right, so
yes.
let's see. We're gonna try something today.
What are you doing, Dusty?
Well, I'm gonna try. Where's that photo I had?
Is it all the way at the bottom?
Is there all the way down at the bottom? Okay, yeah, here it is. This is the Mantha goal. We're bringing it up on the screen, right? Pause it, Trev. All right, let's and look at this.
Old hickory.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
I've got an Edmonton Oilers mini stick that we had since Marshall was like 4 years old. All right, so if you're watching today, and if you're listening on the radio, I'll try to describe it to you best I can. But this first goal was absolutely pathetic. We're talking 2 minutes into the hockey game. And I mean, there's one person you can blame here. I'd like to show you, this is Exhibit A of why Evan Bouchard, even though I was looking at the other defensemen that are available and trying to make a case for him to maybe be on the team.
Sure.
This is why he's not on Team Canada. Okay? Look at this goal. So you've got the Penguin forward over on the right here. He's coming down. He's got back pressure. I think that's Lazar. Ekholm's picked up the other guy who's coming, kind of driving towards the net front. Mangiapane's, I don't know, high slot. Tell me what Evan Bouchard is doing here.
Well, he's coaching Ekholm in that moment.
He's yelling at Ekholm, get him, get him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, behind, like 6 feet on the other hash marks, Bouchard's man, Anthony Mantha, is wide open. Wide open. Tell me what Evan Bouchard is doing here.
That's a full blade.
Like for everybody who's
that's a full blade's length.
It's a full
from
mini
this-
stick
yeah,
blade
yeah,
away
yeah.
on the TV. For everybody who's always like, Bouchard's not as defensively as everybody says he is. Please explain to me what Evan Bouchard is doing to help defend against this goal. He's standing 2 feet behind Matthias Ekholm. He has no awareness that the guy he's supposed to be covering is wide open going to the net and is about to score and set off 3 goals in 37 seconds for your team. Like, how can you play that poorly defensively in the National Hockey League when you're paid that much money? How do you not recognize the threat? Like, I have zero idea what he's trying to accomplish here, man. It makes no sense. Drives me nuts. It drives me nuts to the point where I was like, we have to put this on the TV. I have to bring in a mini stick, and we have to point it out. And now people go, do all the other goals. I don't care about the other goals. This guy makes $10 million, and he's going to be on the ice for 25 minutes in the playoffs. I've always been good in the playoffs. Well, then be good in the regular season so your team can win 3 in a row, for goodness sakes. This is unacceptable. Like, I'm sorry. This goal is 100% on Evan Bouchard not realizing who he's supposed to cover. It's pathetic. Awful. If you're listening on the radio, go check out the YouTube show later. Trev, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, you asked, what is he doing? I don't think he knows what he's doing. I believe we call that puck watching. It's very evident he is looking at the puck and has no idea of the guy behind him that is completely open.
Like, look at his stick here.
I want to watch,
Like you could say his stick's in a puck lane, but it's not. It's just behind Ekholm.
yeah.
Like his stick isn't even covering open ice.
Yeah.
It's almost touching Ekholm's feet.
Yeah, no,
This is one of the worst
it's brutal.
on
Very
the rush
brutal.
defensive breakdowns I've seen from Bouchard all year.
Yeah.
Like that can't happen, man.
Yeah.
You're
No.
too important to this team to play that play like that.
No defensive awareness. I would love to see, like, how often do they go through tape? You know,
all
is that,
the time, man.
Is that a weekly thing?
Probably would have. Oh no, they would have watched this last night. They
Yeah.
go back to the bench and watch tape,
Yeah.
right? Like,
But like when the coach is like,
You don't
sits
need to
down the
watch
whole
tape to
team.
know this.
Yeah, right.
I would like them to gather the whole team together and go, so, Boosh, what should you have done here?
Yeah.
And then Boosh's answer is, pick up the guy wide open going to the net on my side of the ice?
Yeah. Like it's just, I don't know. It's easy for me to say, you know, because I'd probably be doing the same thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you're not going to pay $10 million.
When
to
you've been in the
hockey.
NHL you've been playing hockey your whole life and you're playing, you know, you're relied upon.
I don't know. It's just like that type of stuff
It's like,
can't happen.
How do you let that happen? Not just
Extremely
once.
frustrating.
Like those are the blunders we've seen several times from him this year, or where he just has no idea, and he does he gets lost puck watching more than any defenseman I've ever seen.
Yeah, even sometimes when the other team is cycling,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh no, like this could be trouble.
Hypnotic.
Yeah, that's why he's always just googly eyes.
Anyways,
Snap out of it. Maybe he's under a spell. Yeah, maybe he's got some sort of Tyson Barry just at home. Yeah. He's got that.
All right, so that play last night drove me nuts. It was
Pathetic! You are pathetic!
that was not that. But for all the good that he does do, and all the reasons you go, okay, maybe he could be on Team Canada. Guys who are putting Team Canada together are looking at that going, we're going to throw this guy on the ice in a big game like that when he can't even pick up Anthony Mantha on a Thursday night at home with that. Like, that's his one responsibility on the play. Sorry. That's tough. It's tough for Bouchard to still make those types of errors, I think. All right. Let's keep moving here. What's your super stat of the night, buddy? What do you got?
I'll go to the pizza boy in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Top 6 held pointless again. It's back-to-back games.
Yeah.
And McDavid after the run that he was on. And look, I just find it more bizarre.
He's probably going to be okay.
I think we will even that out there. But no, I mean, that definitely sticks out. And you mentioned a night, too, where, you know, Crosby's in town and we always make this big hubbub. Crosby or Ovechkin coming and, you know, it's McDavid v. him or whatever the case is. Now, I get it. Leon Draisaitl, you know, getting back in the country hours prior to puck. I mean, that's
I had zero
excusable.
expectations for Leon in that
Absolutely.
game last night. Like, what are you gonna do?
But it is kind of, it's odd for this team to see those guys, with the exception of Draisaitl, pointless for 2, and again last night. So yeah, I'll say in a game where it's McDavid v. Crosby, McDavid held off the score sheet. It's not super, but it's super in a strange sense.
I'll do a mini super. Matty Savoy scoring for a second straight game.
And that's
There you
on
go.
the
Like,
opposite end of it.
that's a
good.
nice
Yeah,
super
yeah,
stat.
sure.
Savoy scores in back-to-back games after not scoring in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So a pretty decent shot, I thought. Played 13-11 last night. And so that would kind of be that's kind of a little bit of a super type of statish on a game that was kind of a disaster for the Oilers. It's nice to find a little bit of a positive, and I'd say that Matty Savoy scoring in back-to-back games would fit that bill. The 3 stars last night: Mantha, Malkin, and Brazeau. 2 goals from Mantha, 2 points from Malkin, and Brazeau with a couple of assists. Who's your 4th star of the hockey?
Well, I always like to try to go give it to an Oiler. I mean, you could give it to Shelovs as well. 30 saves. And
Yeah.
you can say, you can debate how hard he had to work or whatever the case is. But I will go with Matty Savoy. Had a good grade on like the advanced stats. Had the goal. He was an even player. Not a lot of zeros in that department last night. Obviously no positives, but he was even. He had the goal. So, yeah, I'll go with Savoy. And an emotional 4th star for Leon Draisaitl, getting back and getting in the game, I guess.
38th star of the game. I'm kind of torn on this one because if that was a Stuart Skinner game in net, everybody'd be ripping him today. You know, just because that's what we did with Stuart Skinner. You know,
it's a very, the way the night went. Like
Jari
that
had a 727 last night.
Mm-hmm.
People would be like, I don't care. He's got to stop at least 3 of those. But I did kind of already hang it on Bush a little bit, so I might as well he was a team worst -3 last night. I think he was on the ice for 4 goals against. Not one of his better nights. So I'll go with Evan Bouchard on that one last night. Your Prolux Lighting bright light of the night. Oh, I happen to be wearing a shirt with buttons today.
Oh, baby. Getting hot.
Get an eyeful of this chest, Trev.
It's blinding.
Careful. This chest is ready for Mexico.
It sure is.
Less than a month away.
Might need to get a base down on that puppy before.
No way. I don't think I could go to a tanning bed. I think
should.
I'd melt. I think I'd melt to death.
We should get extremely bronzed before we go. Like carrot, you know? Like,
It's the bright light of the night. Bright light of the night. Prolux lighting and controls. They got all the province covered. Back to Savoy again? Like, do we just give it to them? Like, what's the other bright light of the night for the Edmonton Oilers? They didn't allow 7?
yeah, I like you giving the bright light to like an idea. Like, not necessarily a
The
human
bright
being,
light of
but
the night here is that they covered the plus 3.5 that I had on them last night. Now let's go Matty Savoy. He was even last night. Scored on the only shot that he took. Goals in back-to-back games. You like to see it. We'll go Matt Savoy as your Prolux lighting. Bright light of the night. That is your Prolux lighting morning after show. Simplifying lighting with service you can count on. They cover all of Alberta. Visit prolux.com today. And when you go in there, it'd be funny if you do the Aussie accent. Say, oh, good day. It's Jordan here. Is that Australian or is that British?
Get me a VB.
I'm looking for the dingo.
That's not bad.
Was that good, Trev? Thanks,
Yeah.
Trev.
That was
You're always
good.
very positive outlook on things.
Yes.
So that's nice. Father Power over on YouTube says McDavid's face looks like he was out skiing or something. He did not play well. Is he saying that it looks like his face looks like he was out skiing?
A little wind
for like
burn?
the last couple days, a little bit of wind. That's because he goes so fast.
Yeah, that's.
He did look frustrated last night, though. Hey, you could tell.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he
there was that one instance. Was it after the
It was
Melton
after
one?
the well, Malkin strips him.
Yeah.
Malkin goes in, buries it. Obviously, Malkin knew how to open up Jari. I mean, that was a pretty smooth little move from Malkin.
Open up jar.
Yeah. He opened up the Jari.
Cracked it open.
But McDavid was pissed. And he looked angry last night.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom line is that, and we said it before, like when they were playing well in December, McDavid and Draisaitl were combining for like 5.5 points a night on average.
Who would have thunk? Hey,
When they don't, this is we talked about it at the time. We're like, is this just those two guys going supernova, or is like the whole team playing better? But I mean, McDavid's now been held pointless in 3 of his last 5 games, which is just really weird, considering he had that streak going into the first game of that 5-game stretch.
He said last night, I can be better. When I'm better, usually the whole group responds.
What a quote!
Yeah.
that's a leader.
That is a
That's
captain.
a leader
That
speaking.
is the captain.
Have you ever
of your
seen it? Have you ever
Edmonton
seen a
Oilers.
captain like this guy?
No, I haven't.
That's a
That's
great
why we're
quote.
so successful here because you know. I mean,
Oh
that's,
my God! Stop
Well,
that.
I'm just saying.
You stop. Well,
But
that.
are we? Right?
You know what? I'll say this: we're successful here because of the people that I've put in place around me. That's why you
That's
guys.
what a good captain does.
Oh my goodness! Please, although I should start wearing a C on all of my shirts. A C and then a little EO.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Who gets the A's?
I don't want to. I don't
No,
think you should
you
ask
have
that
to.
question, buddy.
You have to.
No way.
Yes.
I'm not giving out my A's.
I think I know who you'd give.
Okay, who would you guess? Who would the A's go to?
Well, obviously, I think it would have to be LT.
I'd go 3 A's.
Me?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't do anything.
I'd go 3 A's.
Yeah, LT would get an A.
No.
Yes. Maddie would get an A. And Tommy.
Yeah, that would probably make sense.
HR daddy
Although
sitting
I
at
probably
home right
want to
now.
go.
Give me a damn A. I belong in the leadership group.
I'd probably go 4 A's because I think a veteran in the business like Reed Wilkins needs an A2.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, so I'd go rotating 2 A's at home, 2 A's away.
You rotate, yeah. Rotate.
That's what it would be.
Okay,
That's what
that's
I
good.
would go with. Is that fair?
Home
Yeah, I
and
like
away.
Yeah, home and away.
When we're on
assistant
location,
captains
yeah,
around-
then
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. When Tommy's on location, he wears an A. In the studio, doesn't wear an A. When I think that's yeah.
I
that's
think
how
we got it
works.
here, yeah.
There you go. Thanks for putting me on the spot, Trev. Of
course.
You know who's not getting an A? You, with things like that. 780-218-9999. 780-218. Marco texting us says, Evan Bouchard on that play. Ralph Wiggum voice. I'm helping.
Go banana.
All right, keep the text flying in here. 780-218-9999. Let's go to this one from Brett. Then we're crack some packs here coming up too, so we'll get to that.
Interesting
in a second. See that
thought
text
here.
from
Yeah,
Brett?
yeah.
It's a good. This is a good, well thought out text, Brett. Thank you for sending it. Sending it in. Brett says, "Good morning, boys. I can't believe people haven't been talking about how they are overplaying McDavid. If you think about how many minutes a game he's playing and how we refuse to play the third and fourth lines, I've been worried for a while that he's going to burn out. Now that he's without a point in 3 of the last 5 games and he's playing that bad, he looks like a guy who is exhausted and can't sustain what was happening. If we are going to win the cup, we need to have a coach limit his minutes closer to 20 than the 25 mark." Well said, Brett. Well said. I mean, I always try to put myself in Knobloch's shoes, and you have the best player in the world. I think I'd be tempted to play him quite a bit as well, but you're not wrong in that, they need, like we said, when they didn't have Draisaitl on the weekend. Now we have to remember they were playing garbage teams, right? Vancouver sucks. St. Louis sucks. But it did look like they didn't look like it. They were spreading the ice time out more because Leon wasn't here. And I'm not saying, we're better without Leon. That's not what this is. But you could see them starting to spread the ice time out a little bit. And it seemed like the whole team was sort of rolling.
You force his hand to do it in a sense.
I mean, it does align with some of the tweets I got last night saying they need to fire Knobloch. Last night after the game, people were like, fire Knobloch.
D-Rock is questioning whether or not they're a playoff team.
Oh, they're a playoff team.
So this is where
the
pendulum swings here.
I could be wrong about that. I mean, maybe there's a world where this 2 games now they haven't lost 3 in a row either. They haven't won 3 in a row. They haven't lost 3 in a row. Maybe there is a world where they lose 5 in a row before they win 5 in a row, and maybe that's because the division's so tight that maybe there's an out. But I think they're a playoff team. I think they're probably going to start with a home playoff date. And they're going to win that series, and then they're going to have to go into Vegas, and they're going to have to win on the road in Vegas and get by them, and then probably get to the Avalanche series and lose. But, yeah.
Capitals tomorrow night, Capitals in Calgary tonight.
Well, I'm not even commenting on that.
Okay.
We've been saying for the last 2 days, you get on them early.
They've lost 4 in a row, too.
Here's the thing. This is such a wasted opportunity. You have 4 straight home games where the team that's coming in has played the night before, and you've already pissed away 50% of that opportunity.
And McDavid spoke last night, goes without saying, but given that you're not playing in February, this is pretty much the end of February, not the end of January that we're approaching here. So you just speed up time closer to the...
Crank it up a notch here, yeah. All right, let's crack some packs for Wayne Sports Card, shall we?
If you see a card store on the side of the road, you think, gotta tweet it to the
Crack Pack! Crack Pack, yeah, yeah. I'm tracking down all the young guns today. Looking for the young guns today. Looking for the young guns today.
I got me a card, it's a heck of a pull, and we're tweeting it out to the Crack Pack. I got me a canvas, it's worth about 20, so hurry up and sell it to get more money.
The Crack Pack is a little old game where we can crack together. Crack Pack, baby.
A Crack Pack, baby.
Crack Pack, baby, Crack Pack. Crack Pack, baby, Crack Pack. Crack
All right, let's crack some packs for Wayne Sports Cards. If you haven't been by their new location, it's awesome. It's like twice as big. It's right next to the Italian Center, a real Edmonton Sports Talk double stack there. You're gonna love it. You pop in, you pick up a panino, you pop over to Wayne's, you pick up some packs. How's that sound? I think that sounds pretty nice.
Been heading to
Sounds pretty
BP's
good.
Westgate for a couple pops afterwards.
Yeah, and then grab a Firehouse Subs on your way there.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
that whole area covered. All right, let's dive into some 25-26 MVP.
All right.
Here we go. Trev, it's coming your way. Better catch it. Don't blow it. Oh, and he drops it. It bounced. That bounced. Come on. What are we doing here?
Terrible throw.
If you want to crack some packs, check out Wayne's. And if you want to get in on card breaks, check out the Crack Pack. It's my Facebook card break group. We're over 1,100 members strong over there. And everybody has a lot of fun.
Well, look at this.
Just go to Facebook and go Crack Pack Card Breaks on Facebook. I got a checklist. Oh, that you had that. That's
It's a
a
long
little
play.
Joaquin
I've been waiting
Gage.
all week to do that.
Well, this is a slap in the face, you guys. I got a slap in the face card here. I'll save it to the end. All right, so we got Connor
Anthony
Geeky.
Mantha.
We got Matt Boldy, Philip Forsberg, Mackenzie Blackwood, Jordan Kyrou, and then Charlie McAvoy, and then a nice, like, shiny blue card coming to your rink. Crosby and Malkin.
Oh, that's a nice
The
card.
day after they came to our rink and kicked our ass. That's a tough one, but a nice looking card.
This is also
Very
tough.
nice.
My first card, Raquel.
Raquel?
You like that?
Oh, Trev. Yeah. I love it. That's what I love.
Then I got Jordan Everly, Tom Wilson, Jason Robertson, Zachary, Martin Hyman.
How about that goal that Robertson scored the other night?
Ryan
That
O'Reilly.
top corner.
And his face just...
Beautiful. That was a nice shot last night, too, that beat Jari short side.
It was.
That was a pretty
Those
good
are
shot.
the most satisfying goals.
People are like, should have stopped it. But if, like, Connor does that, you're like, this guy's on another level. That was pretty
Made me feel
impressive.
a certain way.
Did it?
Oh, yeah.
It aroused you sexually? Is that what you're saying?
That watch was going off.
My heart rate spiked.
My heart rate's right through the roof right now.
Oh.
My heart hurts.
Thank you for hammering the thumbs up. We've changed 100 over on YouTube. Let's keep this thing going, hey? Let's keep this thing going. And, hey, look, I'll ask you. They've lost 2 in a row. The top 6 hasn't got a point. And I mean, I'd be stunned if they won 2 in a row without the top 6 getting points. Like, that's just how it works with this team.
good point.
How it works with most NHL teams. But you're not worried, right? We love to ride this roller coaster that has lots of ups and downs. But it's like a short. There's only like 3 cars, so it's always like
exactly.
It's always going crazy. So, are you, as of this morning, Oilers fans, are you a little bit worried about what you've witnessed so far this week against teams playing back-to-backs? What say you?
I don't know if I'd go worried, but frustrated is probably frustrated is the one. I mean, you'd be fair to be it.
Great word. Star of the show right there. Frustrated. That's a good word right now.
That's a good
Trev,
word.
what word would you use?
I can't really. I need multiple words to say this one.
Okay.
I'm not worried.
You're concerned a little?
I'm not, but also the Oilers, they do have to start rattling off some wins. Like, they do. Tommy, he laid out where they were in the last, 5 years at this point of the season. And they're on pace for 91 points, and that wouldn't have been good enough to make the playoffs the last 5 years. And so in the last 5 years, he said they were 65 points, they were 68 points, 61, 60. They were all in the 60s, and they weren't where the Oilers are right now. So I'm not worried. I still think this team. I've
with the
seen,
division they're in,
and that's
the key.
That is a
Yeah,
huge thing.
they're lucky they're in a horrible division.
I'd be
right?
a lot more worried for sure if they were in the Central, the Metro, anything like that.
anything.
If the city relocated to the east,
They'd be screwed.
that would be a lot of trouble.
So I'm not worried, but
Bizarro Detroit.
it is crunch time. They have to start putting some wins together here.
So since Christmas, their wins are against the Jets, who kind of suck, the Preds, who aren't a playoff team, the Jets again, the Blackhawks, the Canucks, and the Blues. So they've only beaten non-playoff
They're all below
teams.
the watermark. Yeah.
They've beaten non-playoff teams. Their losses are they lost to the Flames. They lost to the Bruins. They lost to the Flyers. They lost in a shootout to the Kings. They lost in overtime to the Preds. They got shut out by the Islanders, and then they lost to the Devils and the Penguins.
Yeah.
So since Christmas, they haven't beaten a playoff team.
Yeah. And before that, the last good team they beat was the Golden Knights. It was on the 21st, I believe.
All right. Well, something we can discuss. Chris Johnston is going to join us. That's going to do it for the 6 o'clock hour of the show. It has been brought to you by our partners over at Ewell. They are your power play specialists. Your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Check them out. Ewell.ca. That's their website, ewell.ca. 7 o'clock hours coming up. Chris Johnston is going to help us kick it off. We'll get to your Play Alberta early bird bet. That's a good for the Italian Center. And Mike Garafolo is our NFL insider from Mobile One. He's going to be by around 7:45 today. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, traffic with Pauline Higgins in a couple minutes of commercials, and then you'll be right back with us if you're online on TuneIn, on iHeart, at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, or over on YouTube. Sports Update brought to you by Expedia Cruises. We are less than a month away from Mexico. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, I'm dreaming of both. Contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
Pittsburgh would score 3 goals in 37 seconds to open the game as they would take it 6-2 over the Oilers down at Rogers Place. Matt Savoy and Jake Wallman scoring the lone Oiler goals while Tristan Jarry stopped 16 of 22 shots faced. Oilers have now lost 4 of 6. They're back in action tomorrow night when they host the Capitals. Capitals in action tonight. They'll be down in Calgary to battle the Flames. Other action last night, Vegas falling on the road in Boston 4-3 to the Bruins. Buffalo doubling up Montreal 4-2. Carolina falling in a shootout to the Blackhawks 4-3. Stars shut out on the road in Columbus 1-0 by the Blue Jackets. Dallas have dropped 4 of 5. Steven Stamkos picking up a hat trick in a 5-3 Preds win over the Sens. Florida taking it in a shootout 2-1 in Winnipeg. And Kirill Kaprizov a pair of goals, including the overtime winner. Wild 4-3 against the Red Wings. Washington, Calgary, one of 8 games around the NHL tonight. Elsewhere, the Leafs welcome back Mitchie Marner and the Vegas Golden Knights. Kawhi Leonard had 24 points as the Clippers knocked off the Lakers 112-104. 8 games around the NBA tonight, including the Raptors, continue their West Coast swing. They're in Portland to take on the Trailblazers. Down under the Australian Open, Vicky Mboko, the lone Canadian, left in singles play. She's off to the 4th round following a 7-6, 5-7, 6-3 win over Denmark's Clara Towson. Mboko will now take on top-ranked Arina Sabalenka tomorrow. Scotty's Tournament of Hearts open round-robin play later tonight from Mississauga, Ontario. Draw 1 gets underway at 5 o'clock. Canada will take on Yukon in one of 4 games. Both Alberta rinks will feature in Draw 2 tomorrow at noon. And over to golf, the American Express from La Quinta Country Club in Coachella Valley, California. Yesterday, Nick Taylor, he finished round 1, the low Canadian, in a tie for 20th at 7 under, as round 2 will get underway later today. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? Hey, nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind. 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interests. Just Tati and Eric and all of the bad guys. Like Brzezinski and Noodles, Gadget can gauge it. Go to Play Alberta to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday mandate. Sharky's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number 1 in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We want to hear some hot takes and we want to hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I want to kiss away? Be just a tie of fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about what's his name? Macramella, Rapaport, Drager, Engineer. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the North. I'll run him in person. Does he go on? What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielsen Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
All right, 7:06 with the Nielsen Show. Thank you very much for being here on a Friday morning. Hopefully you got a great weekend lined up ahead of you. It's Dustin Nielsen. It is Lieutenant Eric. You two, Trev, rolling with us as well. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, just tell like 3 friends today that they can listen to the show on 95.7. Then they tell 3 friends, and then after that, they tell 3 friends. And then like after a week, 1 million people know about it. That's how that whole thing works, I think. So, yeah, please do that. If you're listening online, if you're watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. If you're listening online, thank you very much for streaming on iHeart and TuneIn. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. And of course, the Nielsen Show is brought to you every day by Whis Johnson. Here's the 7 o'clock hour. CJ's going to join us coming up here right away. We'll get to your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day, 7:30 today. That's a good for the Italian Center. And then Mike Garafolo is going to join us. He's our NFL insider for Mobile One. He's going to be by around 7:45 to set up the NFL weekend. 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. All right, Chris Johnston is our GS Construction Hockey Insider this morning. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Visit GSConstruction.ca for more details. I can't gloss over that. He joins us on the Firehouse Subs
Looking
hotline.
great.
Look at this guy today. He's not wearing the hat. He's got the suit and tie. What are you up to, CJ? Where are you off to today? Something's going on.
Well, it's a rare Friday NHL game in Toronto, and I'm headed downtown after we do this hit to be at Mitch Marner's media availability and his return to the city.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. What do you think the temperature is going to be like on that media avail?
I think the media avail will be okay. They're doing it at the same time the Leafs are skating, so I don't think it'll be too crazy in the media avail, but the temperature is actually minus -1 million in Toronto right now, but in the arena tonight is going to be boiling. This is really a game for me that's about the fans. And, I think the fans feel a certain way about the way everything went for 10 years with Mitch Marner. There was a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of high moments in there. And ultimately, I think a night like this is a chance for them to get it off their chest, so to speak. I don't think it matters what any player. That would be my guess. I mean, look, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what the players think. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like this is what sports is. And this is a chance for the people to pay their money to let everyone know how they feel about it. And I'm sure it'll be cathartic. I'm sure it will be kind of bring people together, almost like, I remember when Vince Carter came back to Toronto, and there's a lot of people at that time that were frustrated. We've seen it in other cities. I mean, this, to me, it's normal. And it's going to be an interesting night to see how it all unfolds.
The Edmonton Oilers have not been able to win 3 in a row all year, which is kind of a stunning stat. They've lost 2 in a row, but they also haven't lost 3 in a row all year. So it's sort of just been like win 1 here, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, lose 2, win 1. What does that say about this? Like, they're not getting into huge slumps, but they're also not stringing anything together. They're kind of just meh for a lot of the year. Can you continue to be that and then put together some sort of run in the playoffs, do you think?
I think they can. With other teams, I might be a little more dubious on where that's going. But for me, Edmonton's doing just fine in the turtle race. I realize as a fan, it's probably frustrating at times. You want to see them, go on a Colorado-type stretch, or even what we've seen Minnesota do at times this season. You want them to show, look, that we can just romp through the league. But at the same time, I do feel like this season really is all about the playoffs and for the Oilers. And look, they're in a pretty good spot as we sit here this morning. I mean, to get into a playoff spot, partly because they haven't had those prolonged losing streaks. They've just sort of steadily accumulated points and are where they are. Let's see where they are on the other side of the Olympic break. Some pretty important players from the Oilers roster, of course, are heading to Milan. I think that's going to be big for Connor and Leon and others. But, when they get back, the chase to the playoffs, I think we'll get a better sense where they're at sort of through March into early April. And then, I still maintain that the Oilers are a team you wouldn't want to face in the West in the playoffs, even if they haven't looked amazing at times during this regular season. I just think what they've accumulated over the years matters, and who they have at the top of the lineup is pretty important too.
Every coach that's been through here during the McDavid era has obviously leaned on him. McDavid spoke post-game yesterday about, you can kind of fast forward the schedule here a month due to the fact that the Olympics are coming up. So you're kind of maybe now approaching the end of February in a regular year. We had a few listeners and viewers chime in this morning concerned about McDavid fatigue. He rattled off the 20-game point streak, but now he's been held pointless. A few people looking at that. Is that a valid concern, do you think? I mean, he's going to say he can play every minute of every game, every night. That's just his demeanor and his mentality. But is that something that fans here should be concerned about, wary of, both in the present and, post-Olympic break?
100%. And, I don't think I view Connor any differently than if I was an Avalanche fan with McKinnon and Makar or pick your top player around the league. This year is insane. Most teams have already hit the 50-plus point game mark already.
Yeah.
We're not even through January. And, you just feel it yourselves, right? Like, it's like every other game, if you're following one team closely, every other day, rather, they're playing. Obviously, there's a lot of travel for the Oilers, especially compared to the teams out here in the East. Then you have the fact that we know that Connor's going to be giving it a 197% when he gets into those Team Canada colors in February in Italy. So there's just no way around the fact that even though these are the absolute best League Two athletes in the world and Connor's at the top of that list, that at the end of the day, he's still human. And I think the demands placed on him and his peers this year really are significant. And, I hope for his sake and I hope for the other top guys in the league that we enjoy watching every night that they're able to stay healthy and kind of push through this. But it is difficult. And frankly, if this was another sport, there would be all kinds of load management in a year like this, like players literally just missing games to try to manage the schedule. That's not the way, hockey people and hockey players seem to be wired. So we don't see that as a regular thing that happens in the NHL. But, I do think it's fair for fans to focus on that, to think about that, and to maybe hope if the Oilers have a one-sided night where they're winning or losing, that Chris Knobloch dials back the minutes for 97, just trying to keep the big picture in mind.
CJ, there's some reports yesterday that, the Oilers are obviously, and it's really not a surprise, looking at a top 9 forward here prior to the deadline, whether it be, a winger, and then you can maybe move Nuge around. I'd probably leave Nuge with McDavid, so you're probably looking for a third-line center, or at least a guy that can kind of do both. I do think that, as far as previous years go and deadline targets, one top 9 forward seems like a reasonable thing that you can probably get your hands on. And this year, I know there's a few names out there that you could probably look at, but this shouldn't be something that the Oilers leave empty-handed, should it?
No, I don't see any world where that happens. Honestly, I think that this is, it's really the question for Oilers management is determining which player or even multiple players they're targeting, because I think that there's still, enough teams around the league where you're not sure, are they going to sell that guy? Are they going to keep him for their own playoff rush? So in some ways the market's still taking shape, but there could be no way Stan Bowman is speaking to reporters, after the deadline on March 6th or on March 7th and not talking about an acquisition. I just don't see that happening. And so, Edmonton, like a lot of teams that have been competing at the top of the league for years, doesn't have an abundance of capital or things to trade. So I think they have to be smart about how they deploy what capital they have. And so I think it will probably play out for them through the Olympic break and get to late February, early March before they figure out, okay, here's the field of possible forwards we can get. Who's the best one to go get and just get that done? I mean, I would expect them to be extremely aggressive once we get closer to the deadline.
Watching the Penguins last night was interesting. With the win, they're second now in that division. They're just 6 points back of the Carolina Hurricanes. They have a game in hand. We were talking about it prior to seeing them in town last night, with what Crosby is doing and how brilliant he has been, even like he's going to have 4 straight 90-point seasons in years 18, 19, 20, and 21, which sounds ridiculous. Is there another run still there somewhere for the Penguins while they have Sidney Crosby on this team? I'm not saying a cup, but, a significant impact in the postseason.
I'll put my hand up and say I've been a doubter of this team, and the deeper we get into the year, it looks like I'm wrong. They had a really good start in October, and I kept looking at the numbers, looking at the roster, just thinking like this is sort of fool's gold. This is going to come back to earth, and credit to them. They've had another push here in the middle section of the season. Will they have another run? I wouldn't put it past these guys. I mean, Sidney Crosby is arguably the greatest ever old player we've ever had. Now, It's hard to define exactly that, but if you start to look at, he's 38, the best seasons by 38-year-old or 37-year-old last year, 39-year-old next year, like he is in the conversation that he has basically extended his greatness to an age and a stage of his life that most NHL stars haven't done. I mean, Wayne Gretzky was retired by this age, as an example. And so, I think anything's possible as long as he stays at that level. I thought we'd be talking about, is Crosby going to get traded at this deadline? That's obviously not a conversation that's happening now because his team's squarely in the playoffs. Even if Evgeny Malkin, looks like he'll be back for another year. He's on an expiring contract this season, but, he's basically a point-of-game guy. I don't see him retiring on that note. And so I think that they are stubbornly going to stick with it in Pittsburgh. I know Kyle Dubas has tried really hard to make trades to bring in sort of not prospects, but guys that are young players, like a Chinnikov, right? He scored last night. But like he's an NHL player. We don't know how good of an NHL player he'll be, but that's been the focus. And they think that's the path to getting back to something close to contention. I mean, I've been sort of down on that strategy and thinking it wouldn't pay off. And I wasn't right because, at this point in time, the Penguins look very much like a playoff team in the East.
Back to the trade block, Chris, Artemi Panarin. Where do you get a sense, I guess, who could make it work, a good destination for both parties in that regard? And
why is it Vegas?
Well, why won't it be Vegas? Who else besides Vegas? Also, is this something you could see transpire before the Olympic freeze, or is this more of a 6 weeks out deadline type of thing?
I think it'll take a little longer just because Panarin controls everything, right? Him and his agent with the no movement clause he has. At this point in time, I don't believe they've given the list of teams or even a team that they would go to. So I think that this is probably going to take some time. And frankly, that Olympic break might be a good period for Artemi Panarin to take a breath, have the conversations he needs to have with his family, his representatives, get back to the Rangers, and then give them that 2-week window on the other side of the Olympics to focus on getting a deal done. I don't think it's going to be a big group of teams here. Every player seems to want to play in Vegas, so I wouldn't rule that out from Panarin's side of things, but I don't know how the Golden Knights make his contract work for them in terms of the cap. They're expertly managed in that regard, but I at certain points, some things just aren't possible. Where could he go? Yeah, I see somewhere like Los Angeles. I think this is a player that's going to go somewhere a little glitzy, or somewhere where he clearly has a chance to win a cup. So, I'm sure he'd love to go to the Dallas Stars. Dallas does maybe have a bit more cap maneuvering ability because, Tyler Seguin's out with a serious injury and likely not to return this year. But I don't know if they can make that work. I mean, the truth is for as great of a talent as Artemi Panarin is, there might not be that many places that it fits. It might not work. I mean, I don't think it's entirely impossible that we get to the other side of the deadline and he hasn't been moved just because a lot of things have to line up here. But obviously the Rangers are selling everything that isn't part of what they deem their core as we get up to March 6th. And I think that Panarin's the biggest name and should get them something if they can find that fit. But it's going to be tough, guys.
CJ, before we let you go, I got to say somebody in the chat I thought was a very accurate description. Hey?
Yes, you saw one too.
Because of your beard, somebody said that you look like a biker gang member going to a funeral. which is is perfect, right? Like with that beard, I saw that and I was like, I got to make sure we pass that one along to him. I don't know. Are you a biker gang member, Chris? Is that something?
I don't have that much edge to me, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He actually said in the chat, he goes, but he's not a member of the Hells Angels. It's the Heck Angels.
Yeah.
It's the
Heck
Angels.
Not fully patched yet.
Yeah, it's lower level.
Yeah. After a big night of milk and cookies last night, I'm going to you know what I mean? I don't get into too much trouble, but I do appreciate the thought.
I love it. All right, CJ, we'll have fun in the ring today and covering that game. It should be a good one, and we'll check in next week.
All right, have a great weekend,
There
fellas.
you go. That is Chris Johnston. I mean, it's kind of like on his way to a funeral with Marner
It's
back
a
in town.
perfect.
Like
I'm
that.
glad you saw that.
Yeah.
mentioned,
Oh, I
'cause
saw
that was a real good one.
I think it was Arthur. Who had that. Chris Johnston.
1, 2, 3, Arthur.
Chris Johnston looks like he's in the biker gang, but he's going to a funeral. Oh, it's perfect.
Hex
man.
Angels. They do a lot of charitable work.
He's a member of the
that's-
Hex Angels. Yeah, they just donate stuff. They collect clothes and stuff.
that type of thing. Yeah. Great in the community.
He joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline with 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton, the greater area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. And remember, when the Oilers win 2 in a row, it unlocks the Firehouse Subs hot streak. You'll get that medium brisket hat trick sub for just $8.99. However, when they lose 2 in a row, you have to pay $17.99 for it. Right? I think it's regular $13.99. When they win, you get the savings. When they lose, you go in there today, and it's $4 more when they lose 2 in a row. I know some of you, I mean, most of you probably get that we're joking, but some of you might be like, what? We're
I'm
joking.
here for the
it's
deal.
a joke. I mean, it's a joke. Yeah. I'm here for that.
I'm here to pay more for the sandwich. The guys are talking about it.
The guys are talking about I wanted to come in and get lunch today and pay more for the hat trick brisket. That would be an interesting look, I think, eh? All right, 780-218-9999. That is where you can. So the Oilers get pumped by the Penguins last night, but the Penguins aren't a bad hockey team.
Penguins aren't. The Devils, weren't. They're around. I mean, they took care of the Blues, the Canucks. You fall to the Devils, Penguins. We're talking about this homestand. Capitals tomorrow, 8:00. Next week, Monday and Thursday, the Ducks are coming in. They've won 5 in a row.
Yeah. They were awful. Now they're heating up
And
again.
they're back to where they were. The Sharks on Thursday. Those are two Pacific teams now in the mix as well, in and around where the Oilers are points-wise. They'll host the Wild next Saturday and then host the Leafs the following Tuesday. Like this whole homestand, you've kind of gotten past now the teams that you look at and say, well, those are scheduled wins or would be in the Devils and Penguins. Now you're kind of getting into maybe arguably the tougher part of it. So it'll be interesting to see. And I don't know how many of those. I mean, I know the Capitals are playing Calgary tonight. Ducks, Sharks, I'm not too sure about that whole thing. And regardless if that even matters at this point, clearly it hasn't. But yeah, we talked about this homestand and how you could make a little hay here, and it's not going to get any easier as it goes on.
We mentioned how they haven't beaten a playoff team since Christmas, and now you're saying that some of the better teams are rolling
and the
in
Capitals.
on this
I mean, if you want to go by that metric alone, the Capitals right now are not in a playoff spot. So maybe
but like you're like if you look at what's coming up, the Capitals. I mean, it's so.
But I mean, the Ducks are 3 points back the Oilers right now with 2 games in hand this morning. The Sharks have been playing some pretty entertaining hockey, I guess, at least. So yeah, getting into the teeth of this homestand, I guess.
780-218-9999 if you want to chime in. Here's just a nice text. I just read a nice text.
This is really good. Attach your name as well if you.
This is a great text. I'll be screen capping this one and sending it over to the crew there. Crew's listener. I've been listening since you started on FM. I love the show. Oh my goodness.
In and out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's tight. That's tight. That's a great text. Thank you very much for sending that over. Means a lot to us if you are listening on the radio. Now that person who just texted in can tell a friend, and then they can also text in a few days and be like, hey guys, I just started listening to the show as well, and it's pretty good. Bones texts in and says all Pittsburgh needs is for Stu Skinner to get really hot for an extended period of time. Oh wait, so Stu Skinner. I mean, I don't know if you want to really hear it, but in his last 7 games,
no, we need to hear this.
So Skinner started. He had those first 3 games. One of them was against the Oilers. Wasn't great in his first 3 games in Pittsburgh, but he's kind of settled in. And his last 7 games for the Penguins,
he's 4-1 in his last 5.
Yeah, but his last 7 games, he's got a .933 save percentage and a goals against average of around .230, and he's 6-1 in those 7 games.
He had .947 in that loss to Boston.
Yeah. So. I mean, he's starting to fit in pretty well there in Pittsburgh. And I think I saw a stat that since Christmas, the Pittsburgh Penguins have the lowest goals against average in the entire National Hockey League. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, no, Skinner's the guy there.
You're not saying who's won the trade yet.
Yeah. No, I'm not. But, I mean, good for Stuart Skinner.
Very much so.
That, his last 7 games have been pretty good. And
I think most reasonable people would argue prior to his deal that it was in fact what was needed, a change of scenery for both parties.
Yeah, well, he was ready to go.
Right,
but it wasn't like he's like, no, keep me.
Yeah,
he was ready.
It's not like it's not like he's trash or whatever. Like you could just feel like, hey, you go to a different place, you go, a couple of time zones over or whatever the case is, and you find yourself again, and that's what's happening.
Great tweet last night from a guy who's kind of faded away from Twitter a little bit, but still comes out with an odd banger, a member of the local media. You know who I'm talking about? Our boy Rob Tychkowski. Tychkowski last night.
Hot takes legend.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Streets are still talking.
Oh, man, the Titch on hot takes. It was too hot. Probably the hot takes.
He come in with his little binder, remember that? And it was in and out. Like, he'd just come in, slaughter us, and leave.
And he would just crush. God, those were the days. Anyway, Titch last night tweets, the tweet, it was perfect. It was after the 3 goals in 37 seconds or whatever. His tweet was just, see? Signed, Stuart Skinner. Like Skinner sitting there watching and looking at Jari and going, you see that guy that came wide open that Bouchard didn't want to pick up or was not even aware that was there, that was going to the net? See? See, this is what I'm talking about.
See?
That was kind of funny.
Kulak getting a helper too, +2 in his return, which mentioning all that is a nice little tribute for the...
That's kind of nice for him to see it as well, I guess. All right, 780-218-9999. Let's dive into your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day today. We'll look at the NFL this weekend. I think I have a plan. Huss and I are going to get into it on the Lock Shop today from 11 until noon. It'll basically just be an AFC, NFC championship betting preview from 11 until noon. So if you are listening on the radio and you want great sports talk the rest of the day, we will be live up until 6 o'clock tonight. So we got the hangout coming up. Good hangout day. Quinn Phillips, local legend. Quinn Phillips in on a Friday? When she comes in, I want one of those IV bags sitting next to me so I can inject her into my veins on a Friday because she's awesome.
Couple pints of Quinn.
So I'm pretty sure it'll be Tommy, Maddie, Glue Guy, and Quinn.
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. Big football preview, Lock Shop from 11 until noon today. Tommy Gazzola and I on the oil stream from 12 until 1. EST afternoons with Hernan and Gager. Highlights, lowlights. Awesome segment they do breaking down tape with Gager. That'll be from 1 till 3. And then obviously Smash It Reed Wilkins show from 3 until 6 today. I am going to put together, I think like this one we don't have to dive into. We'll try to get a little bit chalkier. But I am totally going to put together a teaser, a 6-point teaser that gets the Broncos plus 10.5 at home, the Rams plus 8.5 on the road. The under, I'm going to move it up to 52.5 and take the under 52.5 in the Rams Seahawks game and take the under 48 in New England and Denver. So watch for that. It'll be popping up on the EST Specials page.
I like it.
Jordan from Play Alberta was actually at the Mixer last night as well, at the sponsorship Mixer we were at. So nice to see him. We're going to be doing something. We're going to take over the Play Alberta suite March 15th.
Take over.
Yeah, we're gonna get they're giving us their suite on March 15th that we can take a bunch of nasties with us like we did to Creed, but it'll be for the Oilers Preds.
It's like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall rolling into Monday Nitro here.
It's an Oilers Preds game, and you know what the Oilers do to the Preds most of the time. So yeah, we'll get into that. That should be a lot of fun. All right, so here's what we do, guys. This is our option. There's 2 games this week. So we take a money line winner in each game, and then one of us has to pick a touchdown score from one of the games. So that gets us our three leg parlay. So Trev, you can go first here. You can take, the Broncos as an underdog, or the Pats, the Rams, or the Seahawks, or you can pick a touchdown score in one of those games, and then Eric and I would have to decide on the money line for the other 2 games. So are you going to take a touchdown score, or are you going to just pick a winner this weekend?
I am taking the Pats over the Broncos.
Big Drake May guy, I see.
Oh, I am. I'll wear my Drake May jersey on Monday.
I thought I heard on a podcast I was listening to on the way in today, a betting podcast, they said that Drake May's quarterback rating was actually worse than CJ Stroud's last week. Which I don't understand quarterback rating. But he had a couple interceptions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean,
I have a hard time believing
Stroud's,
that.
you said if he just spiked the ball, he would have.
I was going to look it up before Lock Shop today because I was like, there's no way.
Fascinating.
There's no way. Anyway, so we're on New England money line minus 217. All right, Rick, you can go a touchdown score, or you can pick the Rams or the Seahawks. Those are your only 2 options.
I'll go a touchdown score.
Oh, you sly dog. Who are you going to take?
Who?
It's a good question, Trev. Who indeed? As I would have to pick somebody for that touchdown score. Now, in that, I'm looking over both rosters, and I'm going to one particular game on Championship Sunday.
Which game?
Out of the 2. Well, it won't be the first game between the Broncos and Patriots.
Can I guess? You're going to go Rams Seahawks. Oh,
Bingo.
I knew it.
Now stay with me here.
Okay.
Give me a Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. No Charbonnet. No Charbonnet to steal the touchdowns.
That's where I'm going there.
I don't mind that.
Get him in the end zone.
All right, so we're going to go with a Kenneth Walker tutty. Let me just bring up the player markets at Play Alberta. Minus 233 or plus 109. And now I have to decide, are we on the Rams or the Seahawks?
Money line.
Money line. Just a money line play. I can't even take Rams plus the points, which is sitting at 2.5.
Stick with your boy.
Matt Stafford.
Whoa.
Stafford is my guy, man.
Yeah.
He's my guy. Now, these 2 teams split the season series.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are 12-1 in their last 13 games. But you know who their one loss was against? The Los Angeles Rams. I'm doing it. I'm going to go with my guy. For these purposes.
V. Darnold?
For these purposes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Los Angeles Rams plus 117.
I don't hate it.
Which takes us we'll get the boys to set it up. They'll put this in place for us. So Patriots, Rams, which would probably be the Super Bowl that the league wants because it's their top 2 MVP candidates going head to head.
Yeah.
Patriots, Rams, Kenneth Walker touchdown, will be the EST special for the weekend. You'll be able to find it on the EST specials page. Go to playalberta.ca, click on EST specials, and then click on the early bird bet of the day. I heard a rumor last night that the early bird bet of the day on, like, sometimes regularly is the most bet at Play Alberta for that day.
Oh, really? What's the saying when it comes to the early bird?
The early bird wins the money. That's the saying.
Bingo.
So anyway, EST specials. PlayAlberta.ca, click on EST specials. I'll get that up right away. I'm going to send it over to the guys. We got Mike Garafolo on the way as well. Look, I don't want to slight the Seahawks here. They're a very good team.
No.
But Matthew Stafford in a playoff game versus Sam Darnold in a playoff
I told
game.
Hess in the lock shop too. It's Stafford in May. Like, you could just see that as being, like, present and future.
Yeah,
like that
it's a nice
thing.
It's and the
they'll make it
NFL
happen.
loves scripts.
Oh, they sure
The
do.
NFL
Yeah,
loves scripts.
They'll get there.
All right, let's get to a sports update. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. We got a sports update for you. If you're listening on the radio, a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins, then you're back with us, so don't go anywhere. Don't want to waste your time flipping away. Sports updates brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who has a Sam Darnold tattoo. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
Penguins scoring 3 goals in a span of 37 seconds. In the third minute of the opening frame last night, on way to a 6-2 victory over the Oilers, Matt Savoy and Jake Wallman scoring the Edmonton goals, while Tristan Jarry stopped 16 of 22 shots faced. Oilers back in action tomorrow night when they host the Capitals. Capitals in Calgary tonight in one of 8 games around the NHL. Elsewhere last night, Wild over the Red Wings 4-3 in overtime. Kirill Kaprizov with the game winner. He had 2 goals in that win. Florida taking care of Winnipeg 2-1 in a shootout. Steven Stamkos had a hat trick, leading Nashville over Ottawa 5-3. Dallas have now dropped 4 of 5. They get shut out on the road in Columbus 1-0. Chicago over Carolina 4-3 in a shootout. Cole Caulfield now has goals in 4 straight, albeit a Montreal loss at home to the Sabres, 4-2 your final. And Boston scoring 3 goals in 54 seconds midway through the first, on way to a 4-3 victory over Vegas. Elsewhere tonight as well, Vegas in Toronto, as Mitch Marner returns since being dealt by the leaving the Leafs organization. Kawhi Leonard, 24 points. Clippers defeat the Lakers 112-104 in NBA action. Raptors back on the court tonight. They're in Portland in one of 8 games. Vicky Mboko is off to the 4th round of the Australian Open with a win over Clara Towson last night. Mboko will now face the stiffest test. She will take on top-ranked Aryna Sabalenka tomorrow. Scotty's Tournament of Hearts get underway this evening from Mississauga. Draw 1 at 5 o'clock, featuring UConn taking on Carrie Einerson's Team Canada. Both Alberta rinks will feature in Draw 2 tomorrow at noon. The American Express from La Quinta Country Club in Coachella Valley, California yesterday. Opening round, Nick Taylor, the low Canadian, as he is in a tie for 20th at 7 under, heading into round 2 later today. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who has an interview with the Buffalo Bills later this afternoon.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Lynyrd Skynyrd with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Blue guy's place having some beer, laughing so hard you just are in tears. Sunday afternoon, what should you do? Hop in the hot tub for some peekaboo. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo. Popeyes having some beers.
Hot tub peekaboo.
Laughing so hard you just are in tears.
Hot tub peekaboo.
Sunday afternoon, what should you do? Hop in the hot tub for some peekaboo.
Hot tub peekaboo.
7:37.
Hot tub peekaboo.
You're listening to the AM Nasty on the FM dial. What a time to be alive. Tell your friends. It is the Nielson Show, taking you to work on this Friday morning. The roads out there are, some of them are busy, some of them are not.
Settle down, Pauline.
Yeah, I know. I'll leave the traffic up to Pauline Higgins. How's that sound? We got Mike Garafolo is going to join us. He's our NFL insider from 01 Nielson Show today and every day, brought to you by Whis Johnson.
Whis Johnson, Whis Johnson.
Whoa. Buy a new Train furnace today, and you can get 15% off an air conditioner or a heat pump or hot water, anything along those lines. 15% off and no interest for 48 months. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. One of your text messages will end up winning the Royal Pizza. We had leftovers yesterday.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Did you hit the leftovers yesterday?
Well, I did not, because I was full to the brim with chicken.
Oh, yeah, we did have a lot of chicken yesterday.
And
it was a great food day at the office.
We love that chicken from Popeyes.
Oh, man, you're right, we do.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Yeah, that was good. It was a great food day.
As we said yesterday, we're flush. We got it all.
We had some of that meat lovers left over from the meeting, and I love the meat lovers there. So you know what I did? I hit a couple of cold pieces on the way out. I was leaving.
Okay.
I was whipping home
right
after two guys yesterday. So I grabbed a couple little slices of cold pizza for the road. And there's still some left.
Not bad. Well,
it was a perfect order.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, it was
There's
a perfect
rumblings
order.
around the people.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
That order.
All right, if you're watching over on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. Hit us up in the nasty chat as well. Let's get into that's so good for the Italian Center. If you're looking to host anybody this weekend, I just go buy everything at the Italian
Just
Center.
get a jar of olives.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, if I went over to a house and there's a jar of olives and that was like what they were offering me, I'd be pretty disappointed. But a lot of people really love it.
Better than craisins.
Yeah. You know, yes. So the other day, we're in the boardroom and we're sitting there talking, and there's like it almost looked like a piece of dog crap over by the big golden chair in the corner.
Okay.
And Glue Guy's like, "What's that?
Where's this going?"
It's like, "What's that?" And we've had some dogs in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's that? And Zach's sitting there.
Uh-oh.
Zach's sitting there and he goes, It's a dried up date or dried up olive. Yeah, dried up olive. And Glue Guy's like, "Well, how do you know?" Well, Zach said, "I saw it when I was vacuuming, and then I said I'd go back and pick it up, but I forgot." So it's a dried up olive.
He just keeps stepping in it, hey? Like he can't. Oh yeah, I saw it there. Didn't do anything about it, but there it is.
Oh, that guy's so good. Here's my good. So we've been running Edmonton Sports Talk for 2.5 years now. It'll be 3 years in September. Thank you for all the support. Absolutely. We love you, of course. But for the first time since we launched EST, I have a business card now. And I don't know if business card game is still a thing in 2026. Like when you go to, so we had that meeting last night. We were not a meeting. It was like a gathering yesterday with like 100 people, and it was a sponsorship event, and it was fun. So I told Iwanek, I said, order me some business cards so that when I go to this event, if anybody's like, "Hey, do you have a business card?" I can give it to them.
Yeah.
And then Maddie also ordered me like a little silver business card holder, which was pretty cool. But I didn't give out a business card last night. I was too nervous.
I thought you'd
nervous
be down like a deck of cards and like shuffling, like who wants one? Like
I did 52 pickup. If you want to talk to us, so
you're like Patrick Bateman. Did it come in the color bone white? Is that the
probably?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could you present one right now? Do you have?
I have it in my backpack. You want to see my business card?
I'd love to.
I'll go get my business card for you.
Okay, sure.
I'll give you one. I'll give you my first.
I'd love to get one. Probably has his email and various phone numbers on there. I am excited though, because obviously American Psycho and the whole Patrick Bateman business card competition between him and his coworkers. That's where my mind goes. So very anxious to see. If you got any guesses, I guess before the time he gets back of what's on. I hope.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see this thing.
So I've been really great chatting with you. I'd like to chat with you again in the future.
Yes. Is there any way I can get a hold of you and maybe get your information on a?
I have a business card.
Convenient.
I have a business card.
Okay. Look at that case.
Yeah, look at this case.
Can I get a cigarette too?
Yeah, it does look like.
Jeez.
There you go. What do you think about that?
EST logo, Dustin, nice font, spaced out.
It's
easily
it's nice.
readable.
It's a good quality to the card.
President and CEO.
Yeah, pretty cool. I
It's
wanted
got your,
Maddie to put "I'm CEO, bitch" like in the Facebook movie, but he wouldn't do it.
It's got your email. This phone number, is this your personal?
That's my cell. Don't say it. Don't read it. That's my cell number. No. I don't need other Atifs texting me. And then there's our logo on the background and stuff. No, don't. You weasel, give me back
so
that
the back,
card.
Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports on our website. This is very nice. It's not busy. It's clear. It's concise.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
I was too nervous. No, that's yours.
Oh yeah,
you can keep it. I have other ones. Trev, would you like my business card?
I was just going to ask.
Come over here, Trev. I'll give you a business card.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is probably the best business card you ever seen in your
the
life.
shine off that casing.
This
blinding.
case. This is a good case. There you go, Trev. Give me a call sometime, eh? Thanks, buddy.
Give me a call. I'm going to send you an email.
Do people still give out business cards, I guess? Like, I'm very late getting into the game. Glue Guy texts in. He was with me last night at the gathering. A shout out to Maddie McPhee again for organizing that. It was a fun time. He says, don't worry, Dusty. I handed out several cards. See, so Glue Guy, he's a business card guy. He's like, oh, here you go. Give me a call. Somebody did hand me a business card, and I wasn't sure at that moment. I panicked. I froze. Because he comes over, he's like, hey, I just want to chat with you. I love the show, all this stuff. I was like, oh, that's great. And then he handed me his business card, and I put it in my pocket. And then I was like, is this the moment that I pull out my business card?
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to do.
It's like trading cards. RCN points out good filter material as well. If you know, you know.
Is that for cigarettes?
That's usually what we use the business card for. You
the
can,
best paper.
Yeah.
Or construction paper.
You don't want to use cardboard. You don't want to use regular paper. This is the perfect. Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
So anyway,
smoke a little
good.
Dusty.
having a business card makes me feel pretty good. I just don't know if I'm ever going to give them out.
Do you have did you get buy in bulk? Like you've got boxes?
Oh, I've got
boxes
probably 250 of them. Whew. So if you want a second one, just pop by the office.
Yeah, after I smoke this one. I will.
Let's see here. Rusty Shackelford says, I have not handed out a business card in 10 plus years. It's turned to sending text messages with contact info on it. Yeah, I mean, so give me your phone and then I'll put it in. I'll put my number in, that type of thing. I understand
I don't like
that.
the whole give me your phone and I'll put my information. You tell me
Yeah, give me your number.
I've never really agreed with that whole, let me take your phone. Let me put my, no.
This one, Vitamin J says, Dusty, you rookie. If there was ever a slam dunk time to hand out a business card, it was when he handed you a business card. I knew I missed the opportunity.
Was there like a moment of awkwardness where he's expecting one to come back and you're just kind of like...
He stood there like this?
Yeah, well, like...
And I gave him a high five. I was like, yeah, man, what's
hold
up?
his hand. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how... I don't know. We'll see what comes of these business cards. You know?
Our next guest probably has.
Well, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like... Well, we'll find it. We'll find out. Hey, let's dive into this. We got lots to talk about in the National Football League. Obviously, just 4 teams left. 2 of them will move on this weekend. Mike Garafolo's our NFL insider for Mobile One. Get your Mobile One oil change at Girard Tirecraft, 9845 41st Ave. Proven protection for every drive that you have. All right, let's bring in. Let's find out. Mike, do you have a business card? Are you a business card guy?
I don't think I ever had any printed out. I think the last one I had printed out was when I was at Fox, which was in 2015. I don't think I ever printed them out at NFL Network.
So do you have like 300 of those Fox ones in a drawer somewhere in your basement?
Yeah. It was like, we come across these things in the middle of a move, and we are literally in the middle of a move right now. I'm coming to you live from us finally moving back into our house here. We've been out for 8 or 9 months. We started June 1st for renovation. Today is the move. So we got that. But that's usually when you come across that kind of stuff. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. 300 business cards I never used.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if everybody's ever done a second order of business cards because you always still have them.
Yeah.
Hey, moving back into your house, is it like a new house to you again, or you're just like, oh, there's some changes, or does it feel completely new?
We haven't lived in it yet. The only sliver of the house that was completed was here in my home office. They finished this first so I can get back in here and work while they were doing everything else. So yeah, we're gonna. We'll spend the weekend next week when you talk to me. I'll have lived in here for a week, and I'll say, hey, yeah, it feels like we didn't really change that much. We just moved like a little bit of a wall to create more room in one room and lose so we've done some stuff like that, but they did a great job. Now we just got to move everything in, which is really the worst part.
Yeah,
of the
that's always
renovation.
a great time. Yeah,
very fun.
I did a couple of moves where I was like, we'll do it with buddies. And then the last move, I was like, we're paying somebody to come move this place. So yeah, that was the best decision that I made. Yeah. All right. Let's before we get to the 2 playoff games, the Ravens find their guy. I don't think it was any surprise. But what are your expectations for Minter in Baltimore, an organization that he's familiar with?
When you fire John Harbaugh, like as he went through the process, and you're saying, okay, well, with this guy or this guy or this guy. The one that always made the most sense was Jesse Minter. You say, okay, you're moving on from a guy like John Harbaugh, but you're bringing in a guy that that spent 4 years inside your building, that worked for John Harbaugh, that has got the demeanor to handle that situation. Certainly handle the quarterback as well. The offensive coordinator hire is going to be huge, but Jesse Minter's got that calm demeanor about him. I think it's a perfect matchup between him and that building and that locker room. He worked for both Harbaugh, so you got the John and the Jim, both at Michigan and with the Chargers as well. So I know that they were comfortable with him all along. I don't like he was in their mind when they made the move, but they didn't make that move and say, we're going to hire Minter. We're going to go through the process. But Minter was in that cluster of guys they felt comfortable with. The interview process went swimmingly, and he wound up being the guy. The Joe Brady one yesterday, that interview was going on while we were sitting there saying, okay, we know it's Minter, right? And nobody in the building is going to tell you, yeah, you got your guy. Well, they've got another guy in there interviewing. However, I don't think that was necessarily... and I think Brady understands it, that was necessarily bad form by the Ravens because he's going to be in the mix for offensive coordinator. Same thing with Cliff Kingsbury that they interviewed earlier in the process. Those guys, it was a head coach / offensive coordinator interview in my mind. They got to go through it again potentially to talk to those guys, but that was part of the process as well.
A move that, depending on who you talk to, surprised people following divisional weekend was the Bills moving on from McDermott. Who does Josh Allen hire as the new head coach next? As he's part of, I guess, right at the table in all of these interviews now moving forward.
Yeah, you still got me, right? I got a call right there in the middle.
You're good.
I usually do this on my laptop. This way I'm not interrupted by a call, but I'm on my phone today. So anyway, who does Josh Allen hire? I heard right before that call came in, which was funny. Yeah, if Josh Allen was hiring somebody, he might hire Davis Webb, who's his best friend, who's with the Denver Broncos, who's probably going to get an interview. I do not recommend that. If I'm talking to the Buffalo Bills, don't just hire the guy that's the best friend of the quarterback. You need a head coach. And Brian Daboll went in, apparently went extremely well. They're comfortable with him. They know him. Brady interviewed. Sorry, I keep getting close. I hope there's no news going on. Brady interviewed.
We actually set it at 3.5, the line on how many calls you get during the segment. So we're good. We're good. We're
halfway home. We got 2 more to the over.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a hire that makes sense with Josh Allen, for Josh Allen, but I wouldn't necessarily put it right on. We've got to make sure that our quarterback is completely comfortable. You've got to hire a guy that's got a lot of talented players, a lot of big personalities in that locker room, and a lot of expectations because you're coming in replacing a guy who went to the playoffs 8 of 9 years. Terry Pegula, I understand the expectations are higher. I get that part. The ultimate goal is to win championships, but careful what you wish for in this case. Let's see how it plays out with the Bills.
What about McDermott? What's the plan there, do you think?
My best educated guess right now is he takes a year off.
Okay.
I do know he's had communication with some of the teams that have openings right now. It seemed like there was some interest in Arizona. I think if he's going to take any of these jobs, it would be the Pittsburgh job at this point. But they seem to be focused elsewhere. I know our Brian Baldinger talked about Mario Cristobal from Miami as a guy, possibility in there, and I understand that there's at least some legs to that right now. But if you're asking me what's going to happen right now, I would say Sean McDermott takes a year off.
All right, Mike Garafolo's with us. He's on our Firehouse Subs hotline today. He's our NFL insider. Let's get to these games. How much does Denver's offensive game plan change considering the quarterback situation right now? Do they have to change a lot, or can they still operate as they usually do?
Ideally, you'd like to run the ball. Ideally, you'd like to come out and you tell your offensive line with Quinn Miners, who's an All-Pro, with Garrett Bowles, who's an All-Pro, might wind up being the protector of the year in the NFL when they give out that award for the first time. Kick the heck out of these guys up front and let's run the football. And then all of a sudden off of that, you can do a lot of things with Jarrett Stidham. So that's got to be a big part of this, obviously, for the Broncos. But I do know that there's a lot of confidence in Stidham. So much confidence that Sean Payton came to the podium after the game and not only announced the Bo Nix injury, but put to bed any notion that they might bring in somebody from the outside. Drew Brees said he can only throw left-handed right now. That's how messed up his right arm is. And Sean Payton, we had yesterday on Good Morning Football, we had Manti Te'o, obviously one of our regulars, our hosts of the show, Teron Armstead, and Brandon Cooks. And all three had played for Sean Payton. And I mentioned to Cooks, and the other guys agreed, that when Payton came out post-game and said, basically, Jarrett Stidham is our guy, and announced the injury. Because what he could have done is, oh, man, all right, let's hide this as long as we possibly can and make the Patriots prepare for Bo Nix, thinking they're going to get him. But no, there was no subterfuge. He was open and honest with it, and I think it was a message to his locker room. We're not scared, and we're rocking with this guy right here. And I know that it's partly to instill that confidence in your locker room, but also it's founded. It's founded in the fact that they're really confident in this guy, and he's had big games in the NFL before. I think he's going to play well. I think they're going to win. I like the Broncos this weekend. I really do.
Okay, well, let's go to one on the Pats here, because I was diving in the Pats a little bit yesterday, and Drake May's an MVP candidate, and they've got this really good defense, and I actually like their run game. What would you say is the biggest strength of the New England Patriots?
I would have said before the last couple of weeks that they play smart, clean football. They haven't done that the last couple of weeks. They've 5 turnovers in 2 weeks. Now, all the turnovers that Houston gave to them certainly evened things out and tilted in their direction. And it was a sloppy game, too. I understand that part. But that's got to be the biggest thing for Mike Vrabel on this one. And all week long, it's got to be ball security, ball security. What he does, one of the things that his coaching tactics is, he'll pick the 3 biggest points of the game and just continue to repeat them to players in the hallways, on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, to the point where they go, I got it. Yeah. And ball security has got to be number 1 on that list this week that he's got to be hammering into these guys' heads.
Over to the NFC, to me, it's a pick'em rubber match of the season. Seahawks, Rams. Who or what is that X factor going in?
We talked about this the other day. Here's the X factor. Because when you say X factor, it's sort of like a sliver of the game. It's not like the quarterback is going to be the X factor. Yeah. Matter of fact, they used to do a segment on NFL Game Day with Rich Eisen as the host, whether it's an actual X factor, because they had so many segments where somebody goes, the X factor is going to be Sam Darnold. And it's like, that's not an X factor. That's an A factor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So X factor for me is, and this is a good one. This would pass Rich's test. The Rams 4-minute offense. And what's a 4-minute offense to the casual fan that may not know? That's when you have the ball and you are winning and you want to finish the game with the ball in your hands. And it's as I say, training camp is so much fun when they do one-on-ones, receivers against D-backs, one-on-ones, offensive linemen, 7-on-7, a lot of passing. And then they get to the 4-minute offense, and it's like a bunch of handoffs, and the coach is blowing the whistle. Okay, all right, we're 2nd and 7, ball here, 3 minutes, running clock. And everybody's kind of like, all right, this is kind of the boring part of training camp. But it is the part where you could potentially win a championship. And the reason I bring that up is the Rams have played 2 games against the Seahawks. They won one. They lost another one. They almost lost the one that they won. And both times they had a horrific 4-minute offense. 4 drives where they were holding the ball and 3 3-and-outs. And the other one, they only got 1 first down. Then they went 3 and out after that. And one of those was a punt return by Rashid Shaheed that helped the comeback there against Seattle. So if the Rams have the football with the lead late in the game, and not just like, oh, the Rams sucked at it, but also the Seahawks did a great job at defending in those situations. That to me is, I want to see it, because I'll be interested to see, can the Rams finish it off this time, and can the Seahawks find some magic one more time?
Mike, quickly before we let you go, are you in the path of this ice storm that's going to hit?
Yeah.
I saw you wearing the toque, and I was like, he must be where the storm's going to be. How bad is this supposed to be? Like, what's going on?
We got the weather right now is okay. It's just we got doors open and they're bringing stuff in, and I was helping them, so I just. I got to keep the scalp toasty, because I don't have any help from God on that one. Yeah. It's going to be bad apparently, which is fine because I'm not covering any games, and we're going to have a bunch of stuff to put away in this house over the weekend, so I'll be spending time doing that. So that's the plan as of now.
Okay, well, stay warm, and we'll check in with you next week.
You got it, boys. Thank you.
There you go. In the middle of a move. This
Love
guy
it.
ain't
On the
committed to the
phone.
show. Brilliant stuff. Mike Garafolo, he's our NFL insider for Mobile One, and he has been all year. Get your Mobile One oil change at Gerard Tire Craft, 9845 41st Ave. Proven protection for every single drive that you have.
And that storm is going to be doozy.
Huss is flying to Costa Rica next week, and he's worried about the storm impacting his ability to get down there.
This week it's the snow, the freezing rain, all that, and then
it's like an ice storm. Though,
but the week
isn't it?
after, the temperatures are supposed to just plummet in that same kind of swath of area.
Really?
So you're getting like a double whammy. You get the precip this weekend type of thing, and then the temperatures plummeting next. But I mean, I was thinking about that yesterday too. I'm like, the games, Denver, Seattle.
They managed to avoid it.
The luck of the draw there.
Kind of worked out well for the National Football League that they avoided this massive storm that's hitting. And then obviously Super Bowl will be in excellent conditions as well. Our parlay is up now. A little bit concerned, but Garafolo should mention joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. The Oilers have not won 2 in a row, so you can't take advantage of that Firehouse hot streak right now, but you can go get their absolutely delicious subs all Friday and all weekend long. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. Mike did say he likes the Broncos to beat the Patriots this week. Trev, does that concern you about your pick for the parlay?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think it would have to.
The first I've heard from that, or all the shows I've been listening to.
I thought he misspoke.
Yeah,
yeah, he seems pretty into the.
I like it.
I mean, Drake May's been sloppy in the playoffs.
Look, well, Huss and I talked too. If you break it down, it is Sean Payton.
Yeah.
If Stidham doesn't, just don't mess this up. You don't need to go out there and win it.
Yeah, but even with Bo Nix, Denver didn't attack deep down the field. Like,
right.
Stidham can dink and dunk like Bo Nix.
Sure. You run the ball.
Yeah.
Things go, you get a couple turnovers. Like, there's a path.
And we have a nice number on our early bird bet that we did put together. Rams money line, Patriots money line, Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown, plus 530. You can find that over on the EST specials page. It's the early bird bet of the day. We'll be populating that page heavily today and throughout the weekend. You go to playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app. Click on EST specials. You'll always find something that we got cooking for you over there. And if you've not yet reserved a table, I mean, it might be too late, but hopefully it's not.
You got to move here.
You got to hop on this right away. Once again, I don't want to say it's sold out because you're not paying for these tables, but you are booking these tables so that you'll have a place to sit at what I think has become one of the best Super Bowl parties in the entire city. It'll be us, Selly Sports Bar and Lounge.
Carnival atmosphere.
Century Casino, Fort Road. We've done it the last couple of years. It's awesome. Email edm.centurysports@cnty.com. That's edm.centurysports@cnty.com. Email them over there. Tell them you like a table. Hopefully they still have some left, and we will see you on Super Bowl Sunday. All right, we need somebody to play kind of easy trivia right now. Who wants to play? We're looking to go 15 in a row. Streak's starting to build back up pretty nicely here. It really is.
Yeah.
Going through it quick. We're working towards that. What was the old record? What was it stopped at? Do you guys even remember?
70.
72?
Something?
72?
Right?
Was it 72 that it's?
I'll have to look.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up. We better mark that down. I think it was 72. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, 72.
Was I wrong on 72?
It was in the 70s.
It was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll go. We'll look that up. We got a long way to go, but we're off to a nice start here. So if you want to play kind of easy trivia, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. If you have any questions for 3 questions too many, you can send them to the same place. But if you want to play trivia, text Trevor right now. Gift certificate up for grabs for the fine folks at Mr. Mike. So if you want to win that Mr. Mike's GC, text Trev right now, and you can play. Third hour of the show looks a little bit like this. We're going to do your 3 questions too many. The Alberta Blue Cross Courageous Moment, Marmot Basin Snow Report, Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Tyson Barry is actually going to join us. He's got a, I guess they launched about a year ago. It's called Chili Ones. It's a very smashable beer. It's just 3%. So we're going to dive into that today with Tyson Barry, and then we're going to have the wrap for William Huff, all still to come as well. But if you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, a couple minutes of commercials, traffic with Pauline Higgins, and then you're right back with us, so don't go anywhere. If you're online, we got a sports update. It's brought to you by the fine folks at Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Kramer does that.
That's my favorite thing. I'm not even doing it anymore. I just like to watch you do the little dance. It's my
Kramer,
favorite thing.
there's some episode where he's kind of like...
Go see the knowledgeable stuff. Wait a sec.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable
man.
staff.
How do you sit still?
At Windsor Plywood Leduc. Why don't you? Here's the update.
Penguins coming away from Ice District with a 6-2 win over the Oilers. Matt Savoy, Jake Wallman scoring for Edmonton, while Tristan Jarry would stop 16 of 22 shots faced. Oilers have now lost 4 of 6. They'll get set to welcome in the Capitals tomorrow night. Capitals are in Calgary tonight in one of 8 games around the NHL. Elsewhere last night, Golden Knights losing on the road 4-3 to the Bruins. Buffalo doubling up Montreal 4-2. Chicago over Carolina 4-3 in a shootout. Dallas shut out in Columbus 1-0 by the Blue Jackets. Steven Stamkos had a hat trick, leading the Preds over the Sens 5-3. Florida taking it into a shootout in Winnipeg 2-1 over the Jets. And Kirill Kaprizov, a pair of goals, including the overtime winner, as the Wild defeat the Red Wings 4-3. Kawhi Leonard led the way with 24 points as the Clippers knocked off the Lakers 112-104. Raptors back on the court tonight. They'll continue their Western swing in Portland in one of 8 games. Vicky Mboko off to the 4th round of the Australian Open with a win over Denmark's Clara Towson yesterday. Mboko will now take on top-ranked Arina Sabalenka tomorrow. Scotty's Tournament of Hearts get underway this evening from Mississauga. Round robin action. Draw 1 at 5 will feature Yukon taking on Canada in one of 4 games. Both Alberta rinks will take to the Pebble tomorrow at noon. Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Tattoo Desire, Song of the Week. About Trev's life right here. No, I guarantee of all the radio stations you're listening to in the morning out there, nobody else will be playing Tattoo Desire. Yeah.
This is it.
I don't think so.
Right here.
There you go. It's only with us on 95.7 Cruise FM. Tell your friends. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. The Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by Whis Johnson.
Whis Johnson, whoa.
If you woke up this morning and said, I'd like to buy a furnace from the best in the biz, well, then you're in luck because they're partnered with us. Whis-Johnson.com is where you can get in today. Keep texting us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Take care of the one that you love at PJsParisJewelers.com. And Royal Pizza text of the day still up for grabs.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
They do make it great, and it's even great the next day for leftovers, and even 2 days after you had it fresh. It's still great. We're going to get to 3 questions too many coming up. If you do have a question for 3 questions too many, don't be shy. Share it with us. We might answer it. We might not. But 780-218-9999. We're going to get your Alberta Blue Cross Courageous Moment. If you have any ideas for the Courageous Moment, hit us up. Share them with us. 780-218-9999. Tyson Barry's going to join us as well. Oh, there's driving. Kramer's driving. That's the one.
He's eating the food. Yeah.
That's a good one.
He's going to L.A.
Yeah.
Start his acting career or whatever. Yeah.
But he becomes a murderer.
Yeah. Thank you, Jordan Lee on the X.
Chris over on the Paris Jewelers inbox says, I don't have a tattoo, but that song has me thinking. Can you imagine if Tattoo Desire drives tattoo rates in Edmonton?
Thinking of some inking.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's thinking of. I think that's exactly what he's thinking of. All right, third hour of the show is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. You mentioned EST, that's us, Edmonton Sports Talk, and get 5% off anything new or used in store. Don't miss their monthly online auctions either. Those are fun. www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian-owned, Canadian-operated. Make them your first call, 780-447-2787, or just pop by for a visit. Snoop around, 14510 124th Ave. All right, we're going to start the hour like we do every single day of our entire lives. 8 o'clock hour with kind of easy trivia. It's brought to you by Mr. Mike's. Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. New location now open in Bonnie Doon. Check out the sirloin bites. They're delicious. And, of course, my favorite, the classic Mike Burger. Check out MrMikes.ca for more details. Order online at Skip the Dishes and DoorDash. Mr. Mike's, eat locally, enjoy casually. Trev, we're looking to get to 15 in a row. I hope you didn't pick an idiot today. Who's playing?
I did not pick an idiot. I picked a Wade. This is Wade.
All right, this is Wade. All right, Wade, have you played kind of easy trivia before?
Never.
All right, first time. Do you follow sports in general?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's see where. Okay, here we go. I mean, if I think this, I think you're probably good. Trev will start the ticker after read the first question. You need 3 out of 5. Good luck. Here we go. Did the Edmonton Oilers win last night?
Negative.
Which future Hall of Famer wears number 71 for the Penguins?
Malkin.
What position does Arturs Shilovs play?
Goalie.
What sport does Drake May play?
Quarterback.
Who's the quarterback?
Football.
Who's the quarterback of the Rams?
Who cares?
You got it anyway. He knows us up 4 out of 5. Streak continues.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's happening.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Ooh, you better believe that's happening.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's happening.
The first year, we took it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Nailed it. First timer Wade. 4 out of 5. Well done, sir. Well done. If you're watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up. We're going to blow through 200 here right away. And I know everybody's down in the dumps because the Oilers didn't win last night, but they're going to be a playoff team, and we'll start taking things seriously then, I guess, right?
Yeah. What's the rush?
Yeah. It's going to be okay.
You got the Olympics coming up. You got
to be okay. I mean, if let's say they were to lose to the Ducks here in the next week,
that's your...
line in the Ducks have a couple games in hand and are right there with them.
And they're heating back up again.
You got to beat the Ducks. But anyway, that's down the road. That's a problem for tomorrow's Nielsen show. Or like a future Nielsen show.
Next week's. Yeah.
That's
a long way away.
That's a good one then. All right, let's keep moving. I know. I just love seeing. If you're listening on the radio or on
Kramer thing,
online on iHeart or TuneIn, whenever I hit that, Eric immediately starts like jiggling.
It's
good. It's good. I like that. All right. I think I know where we're going to go for the Alberta Blue Cross Courageous Moment. So we'll get to that in a second. Tyson Barry's going to pop by and talk about his new beer that's been out for about the last year. Called Chili Ones. So we're going to try those for the first time today.
Hell of a team he's got behind that thing, too. I was reading up on some of the people in that roster that's kind of with him.
All right, who's he got? Spoiler alert. I saw like they sent like a promo card with it that Nathan McKinnon's
on. Yeah, well, he's
involved too.
He leads kind of the
McKinnon, Barry. I know they were talking about maybe getting Mike Smith on to talk about it too, because Mike Smith's a part of it too. So no, it's very cool. From one beer juggernaut like ourselves to another, it'll be nice
and
to,
from one good team to another as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, if you haven't tried the 6 o'clock lager yet, by the way, from Alley Cat, we're selling a lot of it because it's really good.
Had one at the meeting the other night too.
I know. You took the last one in.
No, there was another one in there. What? I made sure. I said, ooh, that's a 6 o'clock lager. And I said, well, I don't want to take the last one. And then I saw another one in there. I said, well, now I think I'm afforded to take that one because it wouldn't be the last one. It makes sense.
I mean, that's okay because I saw you take it. Then I looked quickly and I didn't see another one. But I did see a Mandalorian. And I was like, okay, I better take the Mandalorian.
That guy, but you see it. It's hard to kind of look away.
It's a delicious beer. It's a delicious beer. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he thinks they can make Panarin work. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
What a psycho.
They've entered into the sweepstakes. Vegas, LA,
psycho.
Washington, Park Mazda. Put it on the board.
You're nuts.
Yeah, well.
Could you imagine if they pulled that off?
What can Panarin do to get you in this Mazda today?
Glue Guy says he took the other 6 o'clock lager.
Okay. That was after I
being beaten to it.
Wally pipped.
I got Wally pipped in the 6 o'clock lager game. All right, question number 1. Guys, do the Oilers need to make a trade sooner rather than later just to get a bit ahead of it? Trev, feel free to chime in on this one.
Sooner rather than later?
Look, I think fans will always say sooner.
Prior to Olympic break? Is that
let's
soon?
Do that.
Or
yes. I like that. Sooner would be the sooner aspect of this would be prior to Olympic break. The sooner rather than later. So the later would be after Olympic break.
I think you can wait. I think you can be a little patient and see what develops. Obviously, during the break, you could have some discussions or maybe and see what pops up. I don't think it's a 5
the trade freezes February 4th?
Yes. That's less than 2 weeks away. Trade deadline 6 weeks away, I do believe. Or
there'll be a trade or two that happened before that.
Sure, yeah. I just don't think they're at a point where
you
have to rush it. So, no, I will go later.
Trev, sooner or later for a trade for this team. Pierre LeBrun with the breaking news yesterday that the Oilers are looking at a top 9 forward. I mean,
yeah.
That's not really. I mean, everybody in the world.
I want somebody to say they're looking for like a 4th line for like. So you never really hear
the Oilers are still looking for a goalie. Go get Wallstead. Apparently, he's on the trade board.
Yeah, I saw that, trade bait.
Interesting. Reed Wilkins knew all along that he was a fraud. Trav, what would you do? Trade before the break or after the break?
There are pros and cons for both. I'll be different, I guess. I'll say before, just.
So you would say before, yeah.
Establish as much chemistry as possible. I mean, we all know Knob likes to tinker with the lines. Well, give it a few more weeks to tinker with. See if you can find something there. That's my reasoning.
While we're on this conversation, let me bring up. So TSN just launched like their top 35 trade board. Mm-hmm. I am pretty sure I'll be able to find it quickly online here. Mangiapane is on it. He's like 10th though. The bread man. All right, here is the updated TSN trade board. Let's see. At the top is Panarin. Nazem Kadri's number 2. Trocheck is 3. Trocheck's 5.6. He's got 3 years left. He's got 32 points in 37 games this year. If they could somehow find a way to get the Rangers to like retain a bunch on Trocheck and somehow convince Henrique to get out of here, that'd be fun. Dougie Hamilton is 5 or 4. Andre Palat is 5. Blake Coleman is 6. I believe they call him Stammer. Steven Stamkos is 7th. Petey in Vancouver is 8th. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, who has 7 points this year, makes $4.82 million, is 9th. Mangiapane is 10th. And then as you work your way down the list, can I interest you in not one, but 2 slightly used Shen brothers? Braden Shen, 6.5 mil, has 2 years left after this year. And then Luke Shen is a UFA. I know there's been some reports that the Shen brothers would like to play together.
Yeah.
Maybe get united via trade. You know who's 16th on this list? Boone Jenner. Boone Jenner, 16th on the list. Now that would be a really good rental as a third line center. He's 3.75 mil as a UFA at the end of the year. I mean, that's money that you could
a lot
make
of
work somehow. Boone Jenner would probably be near the target list there. Oh, could I also interest you in a Number 23 on the list, Evander Kane. Ryan O'Reilly.
Somebody brought that up this morning. Either Nasty Chat or Paris Julie. I did see
not
it.
happening.
I did
Ryan
see it.
O'Reilly's at 24. That's interesting. Marchessault's at 25, having a horrible season. Has 3 years left after this year at 5.5. Carson Soucy's a name that's come up a bit. He's a UFA from the Rangers. Eric Hall is still kicking around. He's a UFA, 24 points, 8 goals this year, 3.15. Plays center in the wing. Eric Hall would be maybe a low-key one that they could maybe look at. Washington's first-round pick. I always love when first-round picks make the trade board. It's at 34th, just ahead of Jesper Wallstedt, who's at 35th. So anyway, you can go find that list over on TSN. We're going to dive into it deeper on the oil stream today. It's one of the plans for Tommy and I on the oil stream today to take a look at this trade board and figure out which guys the Oilers can legitimately go after. But I think I would probably I think I'd side with Rick. I'd probably wait till after the Olympic break. But Trev, you make a strong case to
you can I think both.
Thank you.
No, yeah, you're welcome, Trev. I'm glad you really appreciated that.
Thank you.
Question number 2. This one comes in from Meat. Thanks for sending it in, Meat. Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about the show.
Like M-E-E-T?
Nope. M-E-A-T. Just straight up meat. Could be roast beef, could be ham, could be turkey.
Processed?
Could be processed meat.
Chicken?
Could be meat. It could be bologna that you bite into and then pretend it's your face. It could be chicken, Trevor. That's a good meat too. Could be pork.
Lots of meat out there.
Yeah. Maybe it's a pork chop. Meat says, if you could go to the Winter Olympics and participate in one sport besides hockey, what would it be?
Ooh.
I hope you say the skiing and shooting.
What is it, the biathlon?
Trev, get an answer to this.
Yeah. Cross-country skiing and rifle shooting.
Yeah.
That's always, it's fun to watch. It'd be kind of cool to...
You know, when Quinn's here today, we'll have to lock in a date for Olympic draft.
Right.
You, me, Benny, and Reed. No relegation. We're all running it back. That'll be fun.
That's true.
Olympic draft's going to be a lot of fun. We'll do it early in the Olympics.
You want to get into the ski-mo, that ski mountaineering that we were discussing?
I don't want to climb. I don't want to climb a mountain just to ski back down it. I'm sorry, I'll pass. You know what? You know what I think I would go with? I would never do it, not in a million years, but the concept of it and the rush of it, and I like watching it as well, but ski jumping.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible.
It's insane, yeah.
They kind of fly.
It's, yeah.
Those
right?
Red Bull
that's what it looks
guys,
like.
they go like...
That's so sick, yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I love
And then for the most part, like 95% of them land it relatively cleanly.
Oh, it's simple. Yeah, your skis are just so long, right?
And there's that movie about Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Trev, have you watched Arlington Road yet?
No.
Oh, I got to bring in the DVD. That's
It'll be
my
cold
bad,
this
sorry.
weekend. Nice
Oh, it'll
weekend
be
to
a great
cuddle up and
weekend
watch
for
an
it.
old flick.
You know what, Trev? Tomorrow morning when you get up, I want you to drive from your house all the way out to my house, and I'll give you the Arlington Road DVD.
You bring it to me.
The Jeff Daniels
That's not how
double
that
feature.
works.
It's a great
You want
Saturday.
me to watch it.
No, you want to watch it. You're gonna, Trev. I know you. You're gonna come in the next day and be like, "That was one of the best finishes to a movie I've ever seen in my entire life."
You're hyping
You
it up
will.
way too much.
No way. I guarantee you'll come in and be like, "My mind's blown, Dusty." I know
gonna be
it.
My
I know
mind
it.
is blown.
I'm gonna go on Amazon, order a DVD copy of it, and have it shipped to your house this
a
weekend.
treat.
This
What a
weekend.
treat, yeah.
If there's an Amazon package on your doorstep this weekend, it's Arlington Road on DVD.
It's not a bomb.
Then I'll watch it. Then and only then.
It's a tie-in there.
That's a great tie-in. Trev, what's the sport? What would you do? I'm ski jumping.
Probably snowboard half pipe or
Oh, so you're a cool dude.
freestyle. Like
Yeah.
when they come down.
Yeah.
That was always so cool watching. Growing up. It was sweet.
Sean White.
Yeah, Sean White, McMorris.
Yeah.
It was fun. I love that. The half pipe, just getting up there, just making all sorts. And
Also, the
ages.
moguls when you're doing flips.
Moguls is
And then you have to settle back into the moguls again.
Yeah.
Incredible athletes. Who was it? Bilodeau?
Bilodeau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty phenomenal.
Back-to-back goals.
One of the skeleton or the lugeing as well is just absolutely
Those are intense.
psychotic. Like,
I mean, we're safe to say the Winter Olympics are 10 times more dangerous than the
Oh,
Summer
yeah.
Olympics.
yeah, rowing doesn't really.
Winter Olympics must hilariously mock Summer Olympic
Yeah,
athletes.
they make. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I run 800 meters. Wow. Sounds tough. What do you do? Oh, I go down head first, 100 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
With no control, basically.
Speed walking again is the Winter and summer
What do you
combined,
do?
the
I'm
best.
a speed walker.
Yeah.
Those
I'm the
hips.
best speed walker in my country.
I do think I have very good speed walking form, though. I'll show you guys later.
It's all in the hips.
It is all in the hips. I got good speed walking hips.
I'd like to see that.
I'll show you, Trev. All right, question number 3. Guys, what about instead of business cards, what other creative way would you like to share your information, your contact information?
It's funny you ask because do you remember Paul Brown's buddy, Dr. Jim?
No, I
that
don't.
Guy?
And I'm okay that I don't. But
You're better off.
Yeah.
He was a real... he wasn't an actual doctor. He's just like,
he's a fake doctor.
And he was living out of like his
Like
van
Dr.
at one
J,
point.
Julius Erving.
He's a terrible guy.
Yeah.
He had a colostomy bag at one point. Which, I mean, it's a medical thing, but I mean,
happens, but
he's that type of guy. So he would, for his whatever business he was doing at the time, he'd print off like fake money.
Well, this sounds like he should be in jail.
But he would leave it like it. So people, like, you're more inclined to pick up money. If you see a bill lying around, a $5, a $10, obviously not a 1, but you could see any sort of denomination. But you leave money laying, you leave it around. You'd go to like a 7-Eleven and leave your card or your bill.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, money. And then they pick it up and they're like, oh, it's Dr. Jim's colostomy bags or whatever.
I have an idea for it. What about I write an AI song and somebody's like, "Here, what's your information?" I say, "Oh, I'll just send you an MP3. Call Dusty. Here's his number. Or if you want to send him an email."
You walk around with
is
jump
the address.
drives.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
Actually, I have got like jump drives from people that have their contact information on it. Like I have a sticker on the outside. And then, like, inside, there's, like, an address file.
I've gone to music shows where instead of buying, like, records or tapes or CDs, the artist will just you buy the drive. And there's the catalog right there. I mean, it's a digital world, baby, right?
What's the most creative way to share your business information? 780-218-9999. I like if you're going to an event with 100 people or more, you take out a hot balloon like the Count of Monte Cristo, and you just fly your information slowly over the event.
Or rent one of those planes that writes it
that writes it in the air.
Or
that'd be a fun career. Airplane writing guy. Like when I grew up, I want to be an airplane cloud writer.
You know how tough that would be?
That would be tough.
Man.
You'd have to. How do you practice that?
Well, dotting the I?
Without you have to like kill it and then come back to it.
Writing an 8? You couldn't do your 2 little circles.
I would like to use my watch some way. So I just put up like a little barcode. Like scan this.
Scan this.
You get all my information.
QR code on the face of your
Oh
watch.
yeah, QR.
That's 2026. Trev.
Barcode.
You're not on a shelf at Walmart, Trev.
That's so funny.
Grumpy Cat says rubber stamp.
And also, Trev, we get it.
$5.
We get it. You have
got
a watch.
$5.
Well, make the song.
Barcode. $5.
We're gonna have to do Trev's new watch. That's a song next week.
I'm only $5. Damn it.
Grumpy Cat says EST rubber stamp.
Oh,
And you
that's a
stamp
great
it.
idea.
He says forehead, but you could give me your hand.
Like last
Bam.
night at that
And
thing,
yeah.
did you have a business card? Yeah, put your hand out. Boom,
Bam,
rubber
yeah.
stamp.
And it doesn't wash off for
it's
a long
permanent.
time. Yeah,
It's like a mini tattoo. Red texts in and says, you tattoo your contact info on your body. Signed, Corey B. Yeah, do you have a way I can contact you and just unbutton your top button of your shirt and you go, yeah, right here. Just boom.
QR codes all over your back. Which one is? I don't know. I think it's that one.
This one comes in, no handle on it. Write your business info on a bathroom stall for maximum exposure.
Yeah.
Would you like to advertise with Edmonton Sports Talk today? Give us a call. David the Essential says, guys, I like your creative way of getting free marketing ideas. Hey, we're going to get a few of them. Luke in Cowtown says, you could always use the back of a beer can. Oh, wait. Yeah, we've already done that. We've already done that. Look closely at the 6 o'clock lager. You'll find us.
We should have done talking cans with Alley Cat.
That would have been pretty good.
Hi, this is Zach. You've won an all-include, congratulations.
But they're all different. So it's like, oh, I wonder which can I'm going to get today, and then you like crack
The bookbinder of Alberta.
Yeah. That would be pretty good. Something like that would be good. Maybe that's something we look at moving forward at the future batch. All right, let's get into your Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment.
I'm trying to guess where you're going here, and I'm stumped.
I think you'll. I mean, we can call it courageous, but maybe not. Do you have a guess, Trev?
We did the last time we did a chore draft. Blue guy taking the washroom duties.
Yeah.
Maddie this time.
I wasn't going to go there, but it's close.
That is very courageous, from Maddie.
The Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment. Every great play starts with courage. Alberta Blue Cross is proud to support Albertans through all of life's meaningful moments. Our Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment. I am going to go back to the chore draft. And it's more like, yes, it's a courageous moment, but also the ball's on Benny Thompson to take a free space with the 3rd overall pick when he's like the junior staff member.
I like it.
Is it not courageous?
That's the point.
It's very courageous.
Everybody's like, oh, no.
That's what I was going to say.
Good for him.
His dad yesterday did. His dad is a listener. He texted in, said he's going to have
He said he's out of control?
Yeah, he said he has to have a sit-down talk with him because he's out of control. And I said, this guy still lives under your roof. And you're allowing him to draft free space, 3rd overall in the chore draft at work? Benny should have said, you know what, I'll just take the last pick. I'll by default just go 11.
Well, yeah.
Not only that, but he cheated before the draft even started by pulling 2 numbers out of the hat, looking at them both. Well, then had the balls to take the free spot with the 3rd overall pick.
Have you gone to the tape? Did you see that with your own eyes?
No, but I don't think there's anybody in the world I trust more than Joaquin Gage.
Yeah, he was.
And Gager says he saw the
pretty
look.
adamant.
I seconded. I saw it.
You saw it too.
Yeah. That's
unbelievable. And then he takes free space. Very courageous moment. Very courageous.
Yeah, that upsets me. I trained him, you know?
Yeah, you did.
I showed him everything he knows.
So you're almost as bad as his dad.
Pose.
When you trained him, did you say, and if there's ever a draw out of a hat, take 2 and look at them?
I said, do exactly what I do. Follow me.
Yeah.
You know?
So did you also cheat?
I'm your master.
Did you
no,
also cheat?
I got 1st overall in the last draft, and I picked a chore.
Yeah, you did.
And he didn't follow me.
Thanks, man.
How about, going back to yesterday, I mean, I don't see any.
Good dusting already.
Yeah, this guy's a dusting machine.
Telling you,
How about because I'm keeping track of when I see people doing chores, and you've got a check mark already, my man.
That shirt's looking a little dusty there.
Yeah,
Dusty.
Trev keeps trying to
a little dirty.
He wants to wash my personal laundry for the next 2 months, which I sort of have time for.
You drop off the laundry and he's going through it and there's Arlington Road sitting in the middle. That's the way you get it in. Oh, I got a bag of laundry here. You can watch it. Oh, what's that?
Oh, it's Arlington Road. I
Might
guess
as
you
well
should
watch it.
I'm about 2 weeks away from holding you captive in my basement and using one of those machines that keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
And then you have to watch it. So there's that at least. So that's a positive. So yeah, that would be your Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment. Benny Thompson having the courage to step up and take free space and allow a broadcast veteran like Reed Wilkins needing to vacuum, and Benny sitting here with a free space.
And it wasn't the only controversial thing. We also had there was a time guessing of when Tom would show up.
Yeah.
He got that right on the nose. And given their relationship with
he's
Hello
a producer
Hockey,
on Hello Hockey.
There's a little insider trading going. Like he knows how to work it to his favor.
I'm gonna just send an email to HR Daddy today and just say, watch Benny. Yeah. Alberta Blue Cross courageous moment. Every Albertan moment of courage deserves support. Alberta Blue Cross is right there with you through all of life's meaningful moments. Quick side note on I asked Awanik this yesterday because he's in charge of bathrooms, but I'm on garbage duty. So who's in charge of bathroom garbage?
Yeah.
Now we've never had this discussion.
Well,
before.
even mopping. Do you mop the bathroom
that's
floor?
the thing. Like Maddie's in charge of the bathrooms, but somebody else is mopping them and somebody else is taking out the garbage. We might as well just have it on. You're the toilet cleaner.
Yeah.
That's it. So I said to him yesterday, I said, Maddie, what's the rule on bathroom garbage? Do I have to take care of that? Or because you're the bathroom guy, to me, if I don't take out the bathroom garbage and it piles up, it looks bad on him because he's in charge of bathrooms.
Yeah. He could really do you dirty here and just say, it's...
I think the bathroom guy should be in charge of bathroom garbage.
Whatever's in that bathroom, you have to, yeah.
Trevor, do you come out on this? I told Maddie we might have to make a better clarification on it before the next draft. If we do
Who's
decide.
on bathroom?
Reed was on garbage last time, but Reed goes about his business. And he did do bathroom garbages last time.
Okay, well, you probably should do as well.
No, but I think moving forward, I'll do it. It's locked in. But I think in 2 months we should discuss
if the
bathroom person should be in charge of bathroom garbage.
Is it a garbage?
It's a garbage, but where is it?
So this one's in the studio.
It's in the bathroom.
But this one, what about this one?
Well, there is no studio job. Right, so of course I'm going to take care of this.
There's dusting in here.
Mind you, you know what? I will say this. On the other side of it, the two main garbages are in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I'm in charge of those, and Tommy's in charge of the kitchen. All right. then I guess moving forward,
That's what I'm saying.
garbage guy will just be garbage no matter the location of said garbage.
You don't get out of more garbage.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I kind of thought bathroom guy might be in charge of the bathroom garbages. See, Beaumont Dusty says, Maddie removes the garbage from the bathroom and ties it. The bag brings it out, hands it to the garbage man to take.
But the garbage man only has to.
Yeah, our garbage
not
man,
exactly
we just put
taking
it
out the garbage.
Here's the thing: we put the garbage at the back, and then Maddie takes it and hides it in various garbage cans across the city. Anyway, if you have a garbage can that we can throw our garbage in, let us know. 780-218-9999. All right, we're gonna get to your Marmot Basin Snow Report. That's on the way. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Rick Mallett of Hammer Injury Law has over 35 years of injury law experience. Don't face your insurance company alone. Contact them today for a free consultation and to start your injury claim. And it's Friday, which means they're answering frequently asked questions, as they do every Friday on Facebook and on Instagram. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca. They are the proud sponsor of the EST Fun Spiel going down next Saturday at the Shamrock Curling Club. You can also give them a call, 1-855-98-HAMMER. Somebody say the number. So what's that number again?
I wasn't listening. What's the number?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
One more time.
1-855-98-HAMMER. There you go.
Now that's a good way of getting just repeting it.
Over
Business
and over
cards,
and over
lawn
again.
signs, whatever.
Yeah, just yelling it aloud a lot of times.
Over and over.
That makes, that's pretty good. All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. Ice Cube has texted in and says, I'll let Maddie mop the bathroom if he wants. Oh, Zach, you are the worst. All right, we've got Tyson Barry coming up to talk about Chili Ones. It's the beer they launched about a year ago. It's going to be Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the week. That is coming up. Let's get to a sports update right now. If you're on 95.7 Cruise FM, don't go anywhere. We've got a couple minutes of commercials, traffic with Pauline Higgins, which you'll love, and then right back with us online. We got a sports update. Here it is.
Oilers licking their wounds following a 6-2 loss to the Penguins last night. Matt Savoy, Jake Wallman scoring for Edmonton, while Tristan Jarry stopped 16 of 22 shots. Oilers back in action tomorrow night when they host the Capitals. Capitals are in Calgary tonight in one of 8 games around the NHL. Elsewhere last night, Boston getting past Vegas 4-3. Sabres doubling up the Habs 4-2. Chicago over Carolina 4-3 in a shootout. Dallas shut out in Columbus 1-0 by the Blue Jackets. Stars have dropped 4 of 5. Steven Stamkos with a hat trick, leading the Predators over the Sens 5-3. Florida defeating Winnipeg 2-1 in a shootout. And Kirill Kaprizov with a pair, including the winner. Minnesota over Detroit 4-3 in overtime. Kawhi Leonard, 24 points. Clippers over the Lakers 112-104 in NBA action. Raptors, they're back on the court tonight in Portland in one of 8 games. Vicky Mboko off to the 4th round of the Australian Open following a 7-6, 5-7, 6-3 win over Denmark's Clara Towson. Mboko will now take on top-ranked Arina Sabalenka tomorrow. Round robin at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts gets underway later this evening from Mississauga at 5. Canada will take on Yukon in one of the 4 games. Both Alberta rinks will take to the Pebble tomorrow at noon. And following opening round action at the American Express from La Quinta Country Club in Coachella Valley, California, it was Nick Taylor, the low Canadian. He finished opening round play in a tie for 20th at 7 under. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the week. Up next as Hour 3 of the Nielson Show continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
The Nielson Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
I am a Zach High man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I'm the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. Third overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set. It's going
8:37 Friday morning with the Nielson Show. Stay warm out there. It's a chilly one today, and it's not going to warm up anytime soon. What's it say on your watch right now, Trev? Let's go to Trev for weather.
-30, -30.
It's -30 right now.
Yeah.
Tell you this,
that's
though,
indoor recess for the kids.
No real wind. The walk-in was quite enjoyable this morning.
It was an enjoyable -30
I
walk?
walked with another fellow. He was...
Yeah, what was his story?
Well, he's
today?
a man of the street. He was looking for a lighter, and I said no, and I tried to direct him to a place. Nothing's obviously open. And he goes, where are you going? And I said, well, I'm walking to work. He goes, oh, what do you do? And I go, well, Sports Talk Radio, Edmonton Sports Talk. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And then I'm like, I got to get on my horse. So I left. But my wife texted me. She said, 2 people not coming in today because of the cold.
Because of the cold?
And they work inside.
Well, what's up with that? Can you do that? When it's -30, if you work indoors somewhere, can you call your boss and be like, it's too cold to commute today?
Quite the play.
Maybe their vehicles didn't start?
That's usually the problem.
Yeah, and also Ubers and taxis don't run when it's this cold, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, you got to show up to work, I think.
There's got to be ways to get there, eh?
What say you, everybody? I didn't realize it was -30, though.
Yep.
You know what I don't understand? Like when
it warms up, though, throughout the day, I think, into the... this is the...
What's up with windshield freezing, right? Because it's minus... Was that what... Was that...
Windshield?
My windshield.
Oh, the windshield freezing.
It was -30 today. I went outside. I was like, I'm going to have to scrape the windshield. But it was completely clear.
I think that goes into like dew point and everything in the moisture.
Humidity?
That's a Clausen question.
Damn.
I have -16 at 4 p.m. today, according to my watch.
Yeah, it's warming up.
Wow.
Next weekend, it's like -1.
Let's do your Marmot.
Spring's here.
I love that.
Trev, you get Barry. Looks like he's connecting. Let's do your Marmot Basin snow report. Let's dive into this right now. Be warmer up on the mountain.
Inversion.
Yeah, that's what they say. All right, it is your Marmot Basin snow report. Season snowfall already at 246 centimeters. Sunshine continuing. Highs, see, this is what we're talking about. It's like -30 here right now. Highs of -8 and -6 for Saturday and Sunday up in Jasper. Beautiful. Views have been outstanding. Clear skies lately there. Jasper in January, second weekend kicks off today. Tons of awesome events on the mountain and in town to keep good times rolling. Check out Marmot Basin's website for more details to see what's going on. That's skimarmot.com. And remember, kids, rent for free, ski for free, Monday to Friday, the entire season. So if you want to get your kids into skiing, no better way to try it than to have it for free up at Marmot. So you've got that going for you as well at Marmot all season long. All right, that's your Marmot Basin snow report. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox at 780-218-9999. It's the Nielson Show brought to you by Whis Johnson, and we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio this morning. Every Friday, we do Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, which means we do have a gift certificate to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor that is up for grabs. If you'd like to get your filthy little hands on that, you can text us right now, 780-218-9999. Just text Beer Me in to 780-218-9999. And we've been doing Beer of the Week for about, 12 years now. First time we've had a former Oiler who's launched a beer on the show. So let's dive into that. Tyson Barry is obviously moved into the media now as well, but also a beer mogul. And we're going to dive into that. Tyson, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Morning. Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, so we launched a beer a couple of years ago, and we've kind of been through the process of like the rush of launching it and trying it and tasting it and finding the right one. So let's just start there, man. What was that like for you? Where did the concept come from? Had you been thinking of it for a while? And what's the last year been like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely something that happened like super organically. We obviously, as a hockey community, we've got a reputation for drinking a lot of beers. Yeah. And I can confirm that does happen. And we always called beers chili ones. So I just, probably had far too many one night, put it in my notes. I'd love to do a beer with my hockey friends called chili ones. Serendipitously, I was approached about doing a beverage, and that was kind of the origin story. And I called a bunch of my hockey pals and said, guys, am I nuts or should I do this? And they were all an astounding absolutely. And here we are. So it kind of happened quickly. And the idea just being kind of like a night before the game beer where you could have, you could still have the long dinner and the laughs and the conversation, but not wake up with like a wicked hangover. So hence a little bit lighter on the ABV, but it's been so much fun. And it's cool. I think there's 18 kind of former current NHL guys involved. So it's kind of cool to, now that I've retired, I get to, keep the boys in the loop on the beer company and occasionally get together and still get to sink a few. So it's been a lot of fun.
Captain, and as you mentioned, a great team that you've put together. All the drinks we've had on over the years, some of them relate to a cause, but the charity angle is a big part of what you're doing here, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. I think myself, and then I think a lot of our investors too would say the same thing. We've been like, super fortunate to be able to play a game we love for a living and make a career out of it. And, I'm pretty passionate about giving back to, maybe kids who aren't quite as fortunate. So that's a big piece of our brand and giving back and supporting local kids and communities get access to sport.
All right, so it's 3% you mentioned, but that's so you can crush a few of them and feel pretty good the next day. Trev, come grab one. I poured them for you too, buddy. What's the journey been like? Like how heavily involved in this are you guys? Like how much of this time does it take up?
Every day, heavily involved. Man, it's been a journey as well. It's more than I think I knew I was getting into. The startup life it's a grind. So. But man, it's been so fun. We've got a great team. We've, kind of put around it some really great friends, and there's lots of wins to celebrate, and then lots of disappointments. So it's a bit of a roller coaster, but like anything in life, it's if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So we're having a good time while we go, and it's work though, I'll tell you.
All right, let's cheers to trying something new, right?
Absolutely.
We've gone through it ourselves, and it's awesome. So. Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious,
it's pretty
actually.
Easy. Yeah.
You could drink a bunch of these.
Crushable. Yeah.
They come in the 6-packs, and then you got the non-alcoholic ones, the point 0.3s. Those ones, we'll try those too. They come in the 4-pack, at least the ones that we got as well, man. So when we launched our beer here, I remember we were streaming live and we were watching an Oilers game, and we'd done like some taste testing, but we hadn't like cracked a can yet. And when we cracked it, I thought to myself right before we drank, I said, man, this beer better be awesome because we're going to push it no matter what. And then we had it, and it tasted delicious. So I'm like, okay, good. Now we can really, sell the hell out of it. So what was it like the first time cracking like a beer that you were a big part of and that you own? And that must have been a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, I think we have it on video. I was with Ryan McDonough, Ryan O'Reilly, some other friends. We were playing against the Canucks, and we went to the brewery on the day before and toured it and tried the beers, and it was good. Yeah, it was good. And it takes some tweaking, and even now we're still playing with a couple things, and we're brewing in Alberta now, so the water's different, so you got to get all the water hardness and everything dialed in. Man,
listen to you, hey, like you're right into this stuff.
There's more that goes into pinting than you think. But yeah, it was super fun. The journey's been a blast. It's been probably 2.5 years now, and so many fun moments throughout Chili One's short lifespan. So looking forward to a lot more. But yeah, we have a couple more probably innovations that will come down the pipeline.
I was going to say you must have something else coming too, right? Like
yeah, you're always scheming up. So we'll see what's up our sleeve. But it's always fun getting new products and trying new stuff.
You hatched the idea, obviously, and you're leading the team. How far or how deep have you smocked up and gone into the back and really started messing around? Like, this must be interesting. You're probably learning a lot as well in terms of, you mentioned the water, all those things that, a regular guy on the street doesn't know about. So how deep have you kind of gotten in, and what's the learning process for you been like in having to launch this and create it?
Yeah, I would say, the knowledge comes slowly, but it kind of creeps up on you. I'll be in meetings and conversations now where I'm sort of speaking beverage language and I'm, almost surprised myself. But I think that's just the nature of, kind of diving into something and learning on the fly. Luckily, I've, kind of surrounded by people who know the business the business and the beverage space better than I do. But I'm picking up what I can, but yeah, I like to get in the weeds and try to participate in all of the meetings that I can and, be boots on the ground at the breweries and get my hands on the products. They send me all the new cans out I live in Vancouver Island, so I'm getting, deliveries of new recipes and batches and stuff all the time. So that's kind of fun. It just shows up on your doorstep. Then it's work.
Perfect. That. You know what that is, man? That's living the dream. Like I know playing in the NHL is one thing. But having beer just show up on your doorstep.
Vancouver Island.
And you're living in both my sisters live in Victoria. It's beautiful out there. Like so that's good. This non-alcoholic one, I just poured myself a quick. This is pretty tasty too. How hard did you guys work on this one? And how important is it to offer something like this when you're launching a brand?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think if you look, kind of at the way that it seems to be trending, people are drinking less and kind of going for that more health and wellness play. And, we wanted to be able to offer something. I think both of our SKUs kind of fit that program. But, I think the non-alcoholic really turned out well. It's I'm not a huge non-alcoholic guy, but I'll get into a few when I'm in the pool with my kids or something. And it definitely does the job.
All right. A couple other things you got on the go. I mean, you've transitioned into, I think, what maybe some players would say is the dark side over the last little while, getting into the media side of it. Is that something during your career, man, that you were thinking, that could be a path for me after? And does it help with not playing the game anymore, kind of still give you that feel and fire that you're around the league? How much have you been enjoying that? Yeah, I'm not sure about the fire. I don't show up to the broadcast all hyped up, but no, it's been really fun. It was, to answer your question, it was something I thought maybe I would, dip my toe into when I finished. And it felt like a good way to stay around the game without, you kind of dealing with the pressures that come with it. And it's fun. I get to come over to Vancouver and, I get to catch a lot of the visiting teams come through town and go for dinners. And I still get that kind of scratch the itch of getting to see your buddies and being on the road a little bit. It's been a learning experience too, though. I thought I was just going to be like some pro off the street and, you get the bright lights on and you're doing the broadcast. It's a little more nerve-wracking than I anticipated. Yeah, once you get used to it, though, I mean, it'd be second nature for you. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You'll be Gene Principe before you know it, man. You don't have to worry about that. You'll be making all those puns and stuff in Vancouver. It'd be a good time. Yeah. Hey, we're not going to get in. We'll let you go in a second. We're not going to, we're not super hockey hardos. We're not going to dive into a lot of that stuff. But I am curious because, the Oilers power play's awesome again this year. You were on that power play that ended up being, the best power play of all time. I think you played 61 games that year for the team. And they ended up being 32.6 or something like that. What was it like manning the points on that unit? Because I look at it and go, wow, it's got to be easy. You're out there with McDavid, but also, I mean, you're out there with McDavid and Draisaitl. You got to think on their level and you got to play on their level. I'm curious what that was like running the best power play in NHL history that we saw. Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. I think obviously the personnel on there. To your point, certain times it was really easy. We all had our roles. It was a lot of fun. Getting into the zone and entering that easy was, skate it up, drop it to Davo, and he dances through and dumps it to Nuge. And we all had our roles. And for me, it was
just getting it to these guys on time, right where they want it, whether it's a one-timer, whether Davo's coming downhill with speed, you're trying to put it right in their wheelhouse and make it easy for them to make their next play. And then obviously, shoot a few when you get the chance, and they've got them scrambling. So yeah, man, looking back, that was so much fun coming over the boards every time there was a penalty. It just felt like we knew we were going to score. So it was a cool feeling. And obviously they haven't slowed down much since I left. So, I'd like to pretend I was the mastermind, but
I didn't want to bring that up. But I mean, yeah. I think McDavid and Draisaitl and Nuge drive a lot of that stuff.
I know I got traded. I thought the whole thing was going to fall apart.
I remember when you got out there, people writing articles and being like, "This power play will never be as good as it was," because and this year's power play, I mean, they rely on it heavily, but it's been pretty good so far. Again, man, this has been great catching up with you. Congratulations on all the success with Chili One so far, and best of luck in the future. And I'm sure 5 years from now you have like 7 different products. So maybe we'll chat with you again. And hang in there in the media too, man. It'll be a lot of fun for you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate you cracking a few chili ones before 8 a.m. here. That's dedication.
We drink every Friday for a dozen years.
Just Fridays.
It's a decent little buzz before the shows, or right before the end of the show. So it's okay. Yeah, good stuff.
Right,
okay, we'll talk to you later. There you go. That is Tyson Barry, longtime National Hockey Leaguer, and now diving into the alcoholic beverage game and the you should try one of these. This non-alcoholic one.
Not easy to make a good non-elk, and that's
look at the pour on that. People appreciate more golden than the regular one. It's okay. It's tasty. Yeah, it's really good. All right, Chili Ones. Check it out. Available at Sobeys Safeway. We've got that gift certificate right now that you can get your hands on as well. Just text "Beer Me" to 780-218-9999. Oh yeah, we didn't play the song. I totally forgot that. I just saw somebody text in and say, "You guys didn't play the Barry guys."
It's got to be a natural thing. It just is.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, "We're going to play a song for you." Like in the middle of the segment, that would have been kind of
We have his
weird.
contact. You send him the jump drive.
Yeah, I'll email it. To
him. And a copy of Arlington Road.
Just send me your address so I can send you an MP3 of the Barry song and a copy of Arlington Road. That should be my business card. It's just my information taped to the back of a DVD of Arlington Road. That would be good.
He's got boxes of Arlington Roads in your garage.
So basically, Tyson Barry made a beer that you can drink the night before a game.
Yep.
That's how he laid it out.
Nathan McKinnon, I'm paraphrasing, but he said it's like it's the in between of the professional life and the leisure.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
It's 3%.
Yeah.
Crushable and light. It's just like it's described on the can as a crushable light lager. And I like how they're putting it in these cans. The taller, skinnier can, because it makes it feel like you're not drinking a beer, but you are drinking a beer.
And that works on the old brain, the psyche. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm having right now, but I know
it's crushable. It's quick and it's crushable.
It is crushable. These things in the golf bag, shotgun in these. Very nice idea. All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, WilliamHuff.com. They've been doing it since 1952. Bruce actually texted me last night. He goes, the only highlight of the Oilers losing this game is that he really likes the Cheers Morning After Show song.
Him and a few others. Yeah. It's not it's a good
nice
song.
It's like It's like when you have to break bad news to somebody, but you let them down.
You're right.
Lately.
It's the beginning of the healing process the day after.
Yeah. That's a good one. Hampton Steve could be text of the day. Just came in. Ties in nicely to what we were doing here. Right? That's good, right?
And that goes off the other one prior, saying that the party is
it's good. Yeah. Let's get to your song of the week.
Time to cover his body in colorful ink. Tattooed his eyes. Tattoo desire, nothing but a yearning fire. He likes to think about that ache. Darth Vader or the Hulk's face, you'd find them all on his picturesque page. Tattoo desire, nothing but a yearning fire. He likes to think about that ache. Tattoo desire.
Tattoo Desire, YouTube Trev's AI Life Song of the Week. All right, let's get to some of your text messages. 780-218-9999 before we wrap back into the Paris Jewelers inbox here today. One of them are going to end up getting crowned the Royal Pizza text of the day. This one's not, but it's a funny story. Alicia texts in and says, Chili Ones was at the Alberta Wine Festival a few months ago. I don't even like beer, but I enjoyed it. McKinnon was there since they played Edmonton the next day. I think they're doing a big thing in Denver here coming up too. Okay. Barry played there, obviously buddies with McKinnon. McKinnon was there since they played Edmonton the next day. My boyfriend asked him if he'd score tomorrow since we were going to the game, and he laughed and said he'd try. That was the 9-1 loss, and McKinnon definitely tried. So was McKinnon crushing Chili Ones before going out and beating the Oilers 9-1? Also, Pauline Higgins texts in. Says she has to, this is traffic, Pauline Higgins. This is a great business card, by the way. She goes, I had to get in on the business card talk before the show ends.
Oh, man.
Tell your friends, and I'll tell mine about EST. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. So she's got a business card that looks like a cassette tape. And then it's because she's like a voice actor.
She's a DJ.
PaulineHiggins.voicemail.com does some DJ stuff, emceeing. But her business card looks like a demo tape, which is brilliant. Somebody texted in earlier a business card of Joe from McDonald's, and it's a Big Mac that opens up, and it's got all the information on the inside, like it's a little Big Mac.
That's nice.
Which makes a lot of sense, too. That's pretty clever. All right, let's get to your text of the day today for Royal Pizza.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Hampton Steve is going to take it down today.
Got it. He snuck in there.
Clearly, the Oilers didn't drink Chili Ones at Nuge's party with how hungover they seem.
Great tie-in.
All right, that's a good one.
Great tie-in.
They do look like they were on a bender and just can't get back to skating.
And who can fault them?
I mean, Nuge only plays 1,000 games once.
Yeah.
Are you okay sacrificing 4 points if the team had a great party for the Nuge?
People celebrate birthday months. You can have a Nuge week. Right?
That's what they're doing, obviously. Somebody's asking who's on the hangout today. Should be Maddie, Tommy.
It's confirmed.
Glue Guy, Quinn Phillips.
Yeah.
Massive hangout today. Turn on autoplay on YouTube. It'll take you right over there.
It's going to get sweaty.
Jeff Healy Band coming up on 95.7 Cruise FM. I'll be back with a huge AFC, NFC betting preview in the Lock Shop today at 11. Oil Stream, we'll look at some trade targets from 12 until 1 today. EST afternoons from 1 until 3. Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. But turn on autoplay on YouTube. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM and you want good, entertaining sports talk the rest of the day, static-free all day long, just download TuneIn, download iHeart, or hop on over to YouTube and join us for the rest of the day. For YouTube, Trev, Lieutenant Eric, I'm Dustin Nielsen. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll talk to you on the Lock Shop at 11. We'll be back on 95.7 Cruise FM and on Monday at 6.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Take it easy.